Lo siento, sorry about that. My mic decided to cut out just as I went live with the stream. Isn't that wonderful? The answer is no, that is not wonderful, even in the slightest. Even in the slightest is that not wonderful. How are we all doing, guys? We all good? We all good? I can see Emmett and Hippo and June and James and Emmett, and it's all about Kara and Emmett and June. How you guys doing, you bunch of beautiful people? We've had it confirmed. We saw it last night at the end of the stream. Morgan. We literally didn't do anything then. We literally restarted our audio and it cut out immediately. What the hell is that about? The hell is that about? How's everybody doing? My mic definitely hates me. Yeah, I have to restart my audio routing software every single time, unfortunately. It's a real ball ache. So, yeah. What a pain in the bumhole. What a pain it is today. So yeah, the mic came back and then it immediately disappeared because it hates me. It hates my life. It hates my guts. It hates everything that I stand for. It hates the tribe. And it's not even the microphone. It's definitely a PC issue, which is annoying. You bought some crystals today, Hippo. Good on you, pal. Why were you buying crystals, buddy? What was the occasion, good sir? What was the occasion? Don't think I'd have my Gungans up by the Jar Jar event time. Ah, I see. So you were pushing for Jar Jar, Jar Jarulus. And you thought, damn, I'm gonna need me some crystals. That's a good as reason as any, I think. How very dare you. You were amazed by the pick of Gibraltar that you seen last week. Which one was that? Was that the runway, my good sir? Was that the runway? Because yes, you are correct. It is pretty incredible. It is both pretty and incredible. I'm sure we'll be fine from here. Client update for PCs. Swap the alt over to main and my client corrupts and need a repair. Oh, that sucks. What's going on, Rubes Vidaloka? Speed! Also, I'm closer and closer to surpassing the horizon of free-to-play insanity. Is there really a horizon of free-to-play insanity? What horizon might that be, good sir Burrito? And how are you, good sir? Do. Good thing you didn't stay up for the kit reveal. But I did. I did stay up for the kit reveal. I just didn't do a video on it or anything like that. I was going to do a video today, but then I was really busy at work and I had to do another video for my Age of Origins. So I got that out instead. I could do a video on Morgan Elsbeth, but I'm sure nobody will watch it. Nobody wants to watch me do a video on Morgan Elsbeth. But I do also need to make sure that we are getting as much Signalius Datarius as possible. Because if we've got Morgan Elsbeth coming to the game very shortly, I would like to have signal data to be able to actually take her up a couple of relic levels. Do you know what I mean, tribe? Do you know what I mean? Because you just can't trust it. Just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. I just can't seem to get enough of you. Alrighty, how's everybody's territory war going as well? Are you all kicking off? Are you kicking ass, taking names, or are you having your ass stomped by some big boy guild? Big boys. we're looking for here? I guess we'll come back to that. Mace Windu. Get these. I'll need that for the shard shop currency. Shard shop currency. Shard shop currency. Ooh, I've got enough for a... got enough for an old sliceroo. Yeah, alright. We're looking okay. We are looking... That was very quiet. Why was that so quiet? Who was that? Who was it? Bazinga, thank you so much for the resub. 27 months, my dude. Last sub for a bit, military service and all that. Scary leaving Night Fox in charge. I know, I'll be back soon. Well, Bazinga, I hope you are safe. I hope you are well. And we will see you when you get back, brother. We will see you when you get back. Your Night Sisters just destroyed a GG team with the Droid Karami. So that's a good start. That is a good start, Willie. I like it. They updated the PC UI. Look. Did they? It looks exactly the same to me. What did they change? Did they change something? Did they change something about the PC client? It looks the same to me. Is it just me? Am I just going mad? Talk amongst yourselves. What's going on, Jasper? Beep, boop, boop, beep, beep. Can't wait for your next go at the raid with your mod recommendations for Queen Amidala, Master Qui-Gon, and Pobuan. Should be fun. I hope so, June. I hope so. I do have mod loadouts saved up in my hot utils, but I can only share them with my guild and my alliance, unfortunately. Close and update the EA app. Ah, that'll be why. I'll do that real quick then, shall I? Close it down. Close it down now, y'all. 1 hop, let's jump. 2 hop, let's jump. Slide to the left. Crisscross. Crisscross. Update required. We're downloading the update. New colors, and Zoidberg said they keep forfeit button after... Really? So we don't have to finagle around with, like, airplane mode anymore? Cordead 1974, thank you so much for the follow, and welcome to the tribe, good sir. Welcome to the tribe. This is the Quay. Haven't tested, just what's said in Discord. All right, all right. I mean, I don't want to be the guy that does that testing. I do not want to be the guy that finds out. Because, you know, if you accidentally be the guy and it's like, oh, there is no confirm. I'm hoping that's in there for GAC as well. Oh my god, it is different. Holy moly. Check this out. Look at this. Look at this. What's this about? Objectives? It's definitely different. It's cleaner. It's sharper. It's brighter. It's harder. It's better. It's faster and stronger. I like it. See what else we can see. I mean, this looks mostly the same. There's the drop. Hold on, have we got multi ways of doing tags? Can we multi-select tags now? Can I? Please tell me I can do that. Tell me I can multi-select tags. I can go like leader and bad batch. I can't. Ah, oh, son of a bitch. Why have they not let me go? I want to be a bounty hunter and a tank. Why can't I multi-select? Let me multi-select. Disappointment. That is a big disappointment. All right, see what they've done to the stores. Okay, yeah, the symbols look nicer. The symbols definitely look nicer. Oh my god, there's very high contrast on that. That's okay though. That's okay. I quite like the changes. It does look much nicer. It does look better. Yeah, looks better. I like it. It's a good improvement. It's nice. Somebody did a good job there. Nailed it. New colours, and Zoidberg said there was a keep/forfeit button after TW battles. Nice. You kind of like it? Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's a good change. Definitely. Definitely a good change. You want an invite to use this client? Hopefully it'll be there soon. Hopefully it'll be there soon. Stores would look better with droid brain packs, in your opinion? I mean, isn't one of these a droid brain pack? Over here. What's this? Oh, that's an aero magnifier. It's not a droid brain. Shows how much I know. I thought one of these was a droid brain. Ignore me. Yep. No droid brains. Only aero mags. Only aero mags. I currently don't have too much of a droid brain crunch. I will have. I was going to take my Gungans to R9 for the raid, but I don't need to, so I'm not going to. I would like to take Rey. I've got 173 droid brains left over still, thankfully. Thankfully, I still have some droid brains left over. But, you know, we're going to need to Relic 9 Ahsoka Tano Snips as her new name. Going to need to take her to Relic 9, so that's going to suck. And then we need to take Grand Admiral Thrawn up to Relic 7. So, you know, that's another one. We've taken Night Trooper. I've got him favorited still because I'll probably still be doing this on me. It seems pretty good. Obviously not going to have it for this version of 3s, but I don't think it's really going to matter for 3s so much. So I'll leave that be. I'll leave it be. I'll let it slide for now. For now. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum-bum. So, yeah. We should be having... That Morgan Elsbeth marquee is probably in there now if they've done an update. No. We've got Proving Grounds in 4 days and 22 hours. I'm gonna have to finish red boxing Conquest instead of just farming Datacron materials, aren't I? I should probably do that soon. Actually, well, seeing as though lock-in's gonna happen in an hour, I'll probably do it now. You know, finish off all my feats, actually get the red box instead of just farming Datacrons. Hey, what's going on, John? How you doing, my brother? You okay, dude? You'll finish it for me? Why would you want to do that, Mr. Foxy? Ugh. You can't like it that much, Fox. Surely not. Surely not. You're dying in the humidity? Oh, mate, that sucks. I can be Scribe Gaming for 10 whole minutes. You could, buddy. You could be Scribble Gaming for 10 whole minutes. What's going on, Michael? How you doing today, buddy? You okay? You'd know what it's like to be bold for 10 minutes. But to be fair, you've played on Karth's account, and Scribble's account is nothing compared to Karth's. So we're nearly at 12 million GP, guys. After Morgan Elsbeth, we'll be very close. We'll be like within 40k. And that's not a Warhammer reference. Nothing can be compared to Karth's account. Very few things can. Very few things can. But we have most of the toys, thankfully. We have most of the toys. I've still got these guys favorited for TW Ommies, but my next one gets to go on Night Trooper. Then the one after that is going to have to go on like Dark Trooper or Boba Fett, or try and get more on Trench, or maybe I need to invest in Juhani. Juhani, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's going to be a real one. It's going to be a real one, baby. Beauty. And we've been okay with Datacrons. Check this out. Check this out. Is it this Wampacron? Look, we got the damage over time with the stacking protection up, with the double tap, with the true damage, and a Wampa level 9 that makes him deal damage equal to potency. I'm quite happy. Well, it's 50% of his potency. I should probably see about remodding my Wampa. Can I give him more potency? I mean, probably not. Do. What has he got right now? He's got 120% tenacity. That's like literally the worst thing it could have rolled. Never mind. Flat offense. All right. So yeah, I can't get anything more on there. What is his potency right now? So 54%. He'll do an extra 26% damage, 27% damage, 27.4% damage as true damage. That's okay, because his, you know, his offense is still going to ramp. He'll be great. Stap on me? Yeah, I've got the stap on me rocking. I've definitely got the stap on me rocking. Well, I mean, that I don't think that mod in particular could have rolled defense or offense or any of that nonsense. It's a shame. My poor Relic 9 Wampa. What is he going to do? What is poor Relic 9 Wampa going to do? If I had him at 200% potency... Unfortunately, I don't think any of this stuff gives him extra potency, does it? 100% tenacity, extra defense, max protection, offense doubled. No, he doesn't get extra potency. That's more extra tenacity. Accuracy, crit chance, offense, 15% turn meter. Yeah, nothing gives him extra potency, unfortunately. Big sad. What's the level 9 you want for Wampa? I'm not sure yet. Both of them sound pretty good. Both sound pretty good. There's obviously the survivability one that feels like it work better against gas. Just because you're recovering protection, you know, once per turn, which is nice. But the potency one is going to just let you deal more damage. The more important part for Wampa is actually the level 3 and the level 6. You want to make sure you've got this damage over time one that gives you stacks of protection up. That's going to keep you alive. And the attacker one that lets you attack again if you crit. And Wampa's basically always going to crit, which means he's going to attack again, which means he's going to double tap whenever he counterattacks. And he's going to deal bonus true damage on that extra attack out of turn, which is nice. You got the recovery one. Nice one, Night Fox. You have to let me know how it goes. Oh, Ramon, is that actually in? Is that actually in? Is there no... Do you get to choose whether to lock in a battle now? So yeah, I think I have one of each. Do I? Yeah, I've got one of each. But this one's got the special ability granting riposte, which isn't bad, but Wampa counterattacks anyway. This would let him attack under protection, which is nice, I guess. But I don't need this, and, you know, special damage doesn't do anything. Special damage doesn't do anything. Protection is fine. Crit damage is fine. Health is fine. Defense is fine. I haven't managed to roll any crons that I feel are, like, super good. But this one's got 100% defense. Special damage does literally nothing. Health is fine. Protection is fine. Physical damage of 25% on a Wampa. Not bad. You've got the right level 6, but best level 3 I've seen. After multiple rerolls is the protection up at the start of battle. It's been rough. The problem with the level 3 is it can always roll light side or dark side, so it's very difficult to lower the amount. Because you look at it, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dark side and 5 light side. You've got a 10% chance of getting the one you want if there's no waiting. So it's not easy to get the one that you want. And I think I've only got one cron that's got me the revive level 3 on tanks. Here we go. I've got one dark side cron with the revive level 3 on tanks, and it's got the support level 6, which is kind of neat, to be honest. But obviously I don't have... Look at that, I'm one short. One short. Yeah, tell me about it, Tiger. That was sick, dude. That was actually sick. Arnold is that famous that he's talking with the actual actress of Morgan Elsbeth on Twitter. Huge. You got the tank revive level 3 with Vandor as a level 9. That's nice, dude. Lots of reviving. I also got... Look at this. Well, there's the nest one that I can't use because I think my nest is R3. But there's this Ewok Elder. Ewok Elder level 9. And my Ewok is... yeah, my Ewok Elder is Relic 3. So... Oh, you've got a Gear 12 Vandor. Never mind, dude. Well, I mean, look at this. My cup is Gear 1, so I can't use that. Pretty sure that my nest is only Relic 3. So I can't use 2 of those because I've got 2 nests. Let's have a look at that real quick. Nest, Relic 3, so can't use nests 1 right now. She's immune to max health reduction. That's huge. Whenever she inflicts... Oh, this is such a good Datacron. Stacks crit damage whenever she lands a debuff. When she uses a special ability, she attacks again, dealing 20% damage as true damage. She attacks out of turn, she exposes. Start of her turn. That's such a good one, man. Can't have the nice things. I seem to have 2 Geo Soldier ones. And I think my Geo Soldier is Relic 3, so can't use that one. Riposte, but I've got another damage, give me bonus protection, which I suppose I could use for Lord Vader. Should I take reroll for Wampa to take bonus turn when defeating an enemy? Or 10% stacking offense? He doesn't need a bonus turn, Rob, in my opinion. You want to have the one that lets him attack again. But other than that, I'd take the stacking offense, I guess. Hey, Karth, how you doing, buddy? I am here once again asking for your support. Thank you, Karth. I appreciate you, buddy. I always appreciate you, buddy. Giving me those resubs, baby. Independent critical thinking isn't the easiest thing to advocate for these days, especially online. Hey, Jay. Oh, you're a new subscriber. Was listening to your stream yesterday while at work. Just wanted to give you props for encouraging everyone to have rational thought and talks about the Acolyte. Oh, thank you, Jay. Thank you. Sorry, I missed your first message. I saw the second message first. Yeah, I feel that critical thinking is important. And genuinely speaking, I don't mind people having opinions and being critical about things. That's absolutely fine. I just get really annoyed when people are critical for the sake of being critical instead of being critical... with empirical evidence about stuff, you know? I don't like someone to just say, oh, I heard such and such say that such and such happened, so it's trash. It's like, no, I mean, at least have an actual argument. So thank you. That's kind of you. You have no idea what's good on this set, yet got the tank revives. Yeah, the tank revives is awesome, Shaz. What's going on, Zach? Snarf, snarf. Still have no idea what you're doing with this set? There's so much, Drex. There are so many things in this new set. It's crazy. You can still preload if you want. Well, you can accept it. Well, of course you can accept it. If you've killed a couple of characters, you'd want to, right? You can leave your well behind. But if your friends don't preload, and if they can't preload, then they're no guildies of mine. Something like that. Got a quick mod question. Okay, Big Ninja. You got a crit damage arrow. Okay, with offense primary and 26 speed. That's huge. But unsure what tune to put it on. It's on Sabine for now, but it could be used better elsewhere. Yeah, that's fair. You could use it on someone like Han Solo, if you wanted. You know? Han Solo is critting all the damn time. That's not how the internet works. Logic be damned. Mods are a lie. Wait, no, the mods are not a lie. In honor of Heinze? Yeah, well, I mean, Heinze no longer does the old content creation. I believe he still plays, though, right? He still plays. He's just done with content creating. Yeah, for real, Jay. That is a real problem right now, man. Echil got the support level 6 with a long text. Is that good? Yeah, it's incredible. That level 6 is one of the best level 6s in the game. We'll get that up right now. I think it's this one I've got here. Yeah, whenever a support ally starts their turn, dispel tenacity up from all enemies and reduce their tenacity by 100% until the end of the turn. So you're basically going to land any debuff, right? Whenever a support ally inflicts a debuff on the enemy, all allies gain benefits based on their rolls for the rest of the encounter. Attackers gain stacking crit damage. Healers gain additional tenacity, which is kind of crap. Supports get extra potency, which is fine, I guess, because it becomes self-fulfilling. Tanks gain stacking percentile defense. Whenever a support grants a buff to another ally, they also inflict buff immunity for 1 turn on all enemies. This, support level 6, is going to be a nightmare on Jabba. An absolute nightmare on Jabba the Hutt. Can you imagine how much damage the likes of Skiffguard Lando and Bausch are going to be doing when, you know, Jabba takes a turn and does, like, his thermal detonator ability and puts a locked irresistible buff immunity on people and thermal detonators on the whole team? Lots of debuffs. Lots of debuffs. Lots of stacking crit damage for the attackers. Santi is going to be ramping up 5% defense all the time. Every time Jabba does a basic and blinds someone, stacking up these stats, putting tenacity down at the start of the turn. Huge! So good. So good. Well, it's not tenacity down, sorry. Reducing tenacity and getting rid of tenacity up. It's such a good one, and it works in so many teams. So yeah, this is my Jabacron at the minute, because I've got the tank revive. So Santi will revive twice, which is great. What's going on, Goliath? You've done some funny stuff with Saw in the support cron? I need to actually gear Saw. He will, Karth. I've tested it. I've tested it. Yep. Because Santi actually revives on Jabba's turn. He doesn't revive on his own. So what happens is you'll defeat Santi, he'll revive, and then you'll defeat him again, and Jabba will take a turn and he'll revive Santi. Boop, boop, boo, boo. At least I thought it did. I swear I saw it happen. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm great, Goliath. Thank you for asking, buddy. I'm great. Unfortunately, this crit damage isn't going to help thermal detonators on your side. Big Sag. Big Sag. Boom, boom, bada boom. Let's double check Santi. Hang on. Where is it on Santi? No, it's not on his leadership, is it? Start of the encounter, Santi taunts. When he loses taunts, and then leader sort. First time he's defeated, he revives at 60% health and protection at the end of the ally in the leader slot's turn. Dismembered. I swear I saw him revive twice. I swear I did. How much tenacity are we rocking? 175%. Not bad. Not bad. You have dark side support, long text cron. Looks like it'd be great for a star killer team, as EP is support, inflicting tons of shocks and ramping star killer's damage. Yeah, it's good there. It's good there. It also decreases their... it's also going to decrease their tenacity for that turn, so you'll be able to land things like shock more frequently. And, you know, getting an AoE stun off, for example, that's going to be 5 debuffs. 5 debuffs on one turn. 50% stacking crit damage. Hi-oh! Hey, what's going on, Wolfie, my man, my brother, my son? Go check in Squad Arena. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it, actually. Hoot Cartel. Hootenanny Cartel. Do, 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 do. Thanks for the mall guide and the raid. Waiting for Cal and Lock before we start pushing relics. Good business, brother. This cron can really go lick-a-chode, I feel. Can really go lick-a-chode. Look at all that buff immunity. That sucks. Let's break JMK's arms, I think. Throw a hat. Don't know why I'm focusing on you. Well, there's no point doing that. I don't think this actually no longer goes over in highest. Flick speed down. Okay, let's try it. Speed down. That's going to ramp more stats. Yeah. They might well suffer in trying to kill Santi. They might. Just because they might not deal enough damage. Oh, yeah, they're definitely doing it. Okay, so he revived once. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I swear I saw him revive again before. No, don't attack Jabba. Well, Jabba needs to be the one that takes a turn, damn it. Jabba needs to take a turn, damn it. Instead, they were like, no, we're going to kill Jabba. Is there any point taking a DC to level 9 if you don't have any tunes at the needed relic levels? Yeah, sure. If you want to re-roll the level 3 or the level 6 or any of the stats to get a perfect stat spread, absolutely. You blame MJ? Me too. Me too. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-boo-boo. Jabba did amazing, dude. Jabba did amazing. Probably the best time I've seen Jabba get used, truth be told. Truth be told, I miss you. You can reroll the level 3 and the 6 without the level 9? I thought if you've gone past it, I thought if you went past the level 3, you can't reroll it. So like here, I should be able to reroll the level 3, right? But if I've got a level 6 cron, I didn't think I could. Yeah, you can't. See? You can't reroll the level 3 if you've leveled it up to the level 6. Similarly, if I take it to level 7, I can't reroll the level 6. Yeah. Acolyte made Mad Claw cannon. Is that the thing why the Wookiee was in exile? I can't remember his name. Is it because he attacked someone with his bare claws? And that's supposed to be shameful to Wookiees? Yeah, I thought so. So yeah. And you, like, generally speaking, you don't really want to be re-rolling these as you progress. You don't want to go like, that's not the level 3 I want, let's re-roll it. Normally, you want to be going all the way to the level 9 if you're going to re-roll and fine-tune. Or just roll a new cron. Because usually you can fine-tune the level 3 by locking in the level 9. And fine-tune the level 6 by locking in the level 9 and stuff like that. But this cron set is different. You can re-roll the level 6 afterwards, just not the 3. Is that right? Oh. How interesting. Let me see if my guild has pushed out any further orders. My guild hasn't pushed out any further orders for TW, so I'm guessing we don't have any further progress in T-dubs. No, we're getting there though. We're nearly cleared through. We are up against the old dirty blasters. Old dirty blasters. So much better than the new dirty blasters or the old clean blasters. Is it considered a meme if you do R9 Lumion kits? No, Luke, it's not considered a meme. It's just considered silly. Just considered silly. Boom. Just do my attacks. Carthrick, I'm not doing your TWs for you, good sir. For players at my level, Kyber 3, it feels like having a bunch of level 6s is more useful than level 9s for this set, as level 6s are far more applicable than ever before. There's lots of good level 6s. That's what I'll say. There's lots of good level 9s as well, but if you don't have the roster depth for it. For players... Oh, sorry, I've already went on. Did you see the 3-man Lumi R9 for Max? I did, Tiger, yeah. It's sick, dude. It's still dumb. It's still dumb. Like, I'll let's clarify that. I shouldn't blanket statement and say it's dumb. It's only dumb if you're doing it just because it's a 3-man team. Getting Lumi and Kit to Relic 9 is just stupid. You're like, don't bloody do that. Why would you do Lumi and Kit to level 9 instead of doing like Queen Amidala, Master Qui-Gon Jinn, Padawan, Obi-Wan? And if you tell me Master Qui-Gon's not farmable yet, I tell you, wait. Get him when he's farmable instead of wasting 3 Relic 9s. How about that? Cool. 100% not worth it, but like the theory of crafting. Agreed. If you're somebody that wants to just try and max out the raid and literally get the highest score possible, 3.6 million on all 5 of your teams, then absolutely. Great investment. Crack on. Do it. It's just not a smart thing to do. Make sure you hit that sign up button. Oh, I've done that, Rob. Don't you worry, buddy. Well, if you won't do cast TW, will you do mine? No, John. Do I look like somebody's TW bitch? That ain't happening, buddy. Ah, thank you, Reigns. Appreciate the prime sub, good sir. In the prime of lime. Appreciate your sub, good sir. Can confirm R9 Lumi is dumb. Comes right from the horse's mouth there, guys. Right from the horse's mouth. Don't let MJ hear you that. MJ, are you in chat? R9 Lumi is dumb, MJ. And so's your face. A whole year of being sub to the tribe. You are a gentleman and a scholar, good sir. Thank you. Just had the revived Cron. Santi died to Cat, Yeet in the start, and revived. Second time he did, and did not revive a second time. Okay, apologies. I stand corrected. I thought he did. I swear I saw it happen where he revived twice. I must be wrong. How much in the tip jar for doing your TW battles? What seems reasonable, tribe? What seems reasonable for the tip jar to do all of Karth's TW battles? You guys tell me. About 350? Bazinga's like 17 cents. Nightfox is like 350. Karth is like, I'll do that for $1. $10, says Adam. $77 and 77 cents, says Nate. $20 is $20. A 7-star Morgan seems fair. 7-star Morgan seems fair. $5.50, says Patrick. Jesus. You guys are selling my services off cheap. I mean, if I don't have to win, just don't tell Evo. Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, there's that. He can I can share cards on 7-star Morgan Elsbeth. $10 per battle. See, Frigid's got it right. $10 a battle. That seems fairer. Yeah, that seems fairer. Yeah, damn. Just sacrifice his whole roster. Well, just go in one at a time. Preload every team I can. It's all about, Kara says, the Morgan $30 whale pack. Yeah. All of these seem far more fair, Karth. Absolutely. Yeah. I need another beer, I think. But we are going to have to do roster reviews today, guys, because I do have to try and purchase this nonsense. For the whole TW, the rest of the sub gold for Cup R9. Oosh. Oh, that's too much. That's too much, because that's like 173 subs. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's too much. Yeah, so I'm going to have to start doing all this roster review nonsense, aren't I? Boop. Let me get the old link to the old Poopalulus. Ba-ba-da-ba. Let me just. That's the one. Anna Patu. Anna Patu. That's like kind of a hawk tour. Anna Patua is spamming the old chat Spamming the old chat. Roster review. Priority. Donation. Boop. Roster review priority donation. So if I throw that in there... oh, actually, I should probably just get the... It's been a while since we've done roster reviews on this channel, guys, hasn't it? I apologize. I'll just link the old... I'll link the old roster review... The old roster review form, because that's how we do it here. That is how we do it here. Roster review form. Oh my god, why is it not letting me do this properly? Want a roster review? Review? Yeah, there we go. We'll do it that way. That way, we can all be happy as a clam. Pin that message. Manually. And over here, we're going to pin that message as well. Pin that message. So you all know how this works. I know we haven't done it in a while, but you all know how this works. Essentially, you go through that form and you sign up with your name, and you give your ally code, and you give a little bit of information about how I can help you with your roster. If you want to be ever so kind and support Scribble's Whaling Fund over here, over there, over there, there. Ah, right in front of my face. That's where I need to go. If you want to, there is a minimum donation of £5 that will let you skip the queue, and you'll get your roster review at a faster pace. We'll try and get through as many as we can. No promises. And if you do donate, obviously you'll definitely get a roster review. But hey, as long as this light down here is on and says open, we will be accepting donations for roster reviews. Thank you kindly, everybody. Allow the chat to commence once again. I've done my spiel. My spielen. Thanking you ever so much, ladies and gentlemen. Naboobies merch. We have one of them, Rob, on my Teespring. We have Naboobies. We have them. Let's grab a beer as well, because why not?
Joe Bates tipped £5, roster review PLS. Enjoyed the whaling.
So Burrito, don't bother putting it inside of the chat. You have to go and fill out that form if you want to be having a roster review. I do have merch on my Teespring, good sir. Goliath. Enjoy the W-hailing. The W-hailing or the whaling? Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom. Oh, looks like somebody's already made a donation. Thank you kindly, whoever that was. I don't know why that didn't pop up. Pop it up, pop it in. Let me begin. It's a sin. Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up. When you got that feeling, throw your hands upon the ceiling. I came to get down. I came to get down. All right, so that was Joe Bates. Joe Bates, make sure you do fill out the roster review form as well whilst you are there, because you'll need to fill that out for the old information purposes. For the old information purposes. Doom, 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 doom. Boom, 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 boom. Just gonna go ahead and get that up for you, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta get it up for you guys. Let's just get rid of all of this. Bring this over here so I can see that and make sure I can see you wonderful people at the same time. The H-whaling. It did pop up. You had a headset off. Ah, that's why. Hey, Urban, how you doing, my brother? How you doing, my brother? All right, so it looks like Joe has indeed filled out that form. Thank you ever so kindly, Mr. Bates. Mr. Joe Bates, let's go ahead and take a look at your roster. Let's go ahead and take a look at your roster. Take a look at his roster. It's the only one he's got. It's a pretty good roster, Joe Bates. I never seem to whale a lot. I don't know. All right, let's have that down there, and we want to be able to reset this over to 10-minute rosters, because we're doing 10-minute reviews. 10-minute reviews. All right, let's check out allies then. Let's grab Mr. Bates' ally code, which is this over here. Thank you, Urban. I appreciate you, good sir. Would you like a bounty hunter that recovers health equal to the true damage taken with protection overflow? Is that one of the modifiers? I'm not sure. Is that Bosk's modifier? So, Joe Bates over here. Joe Bates sounds like he is actually in game is John Barnes. Is John Barnes? Let's double check. 326. Yeah, okay, so Joe Bates says this. He says, I have Leia and Jedi Cal is right around the corner. What are my priorities next? Okay, so Mr. Barnes, Mr. Joe Bates over here. 8.5 million account. You are rocking Kyber 3. Hats off to you, good sir. Looks like you got Leviathan. And you've got Slacker. What else are we rocking? JML at Relic 9. Get you, good sir. C, Slacker, Ray, DR obviously. Got Bane. You're in a good position. I can see why you're in Kyber 3 already. So let's go ahead and check out what have we actually got over here. We've got the Chimera, Executor, Leviathan. No profundity at this point, but that's okay. Because you do have the top end of the top end, the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme. So, not so bad overall. Not so bad overall. Okay, a couple of things you've got to ask yourself then is how are you performing within the new raid? The new raid is going to impact your ability to further relic your roster. It gives you really good access to all those high relic materials. So have you got stuff like, are your Gungans in flow? They are not. You need more Gungan action rolling on. How is your Galactic Republic in particular? We're thinking Queen Amidala, Master Qui-Gon Jinn, Padawan Obi-Wan, all that sort of business. Pobi-Wan over here. Padawomi-Wan is at 7 stars but doesn't have the gear investment. Master Qui-Gon Jinn, 5 stars, doesn't have the gear investment. Obviously, you can only take him to gear 11 at the point. And where's Queenie? Where is Queen Amidala? Am I being blind? I don't see her. Nope, no Queen Amidala. How are you looking on Queen Amidala, good sir? The Maul vid helped a lot. Awesome, good stuff. Queen Amidala is coming this month. Okay, good business. So what I would suggest right now is that you shift your focus over to the raid, because the earlier you get ready for the raid, the better off you're going to be. You say you run the Maul video, you do the Maul team, so I don't know if that's... do you run that at R7? You've got Darth Maul at R7, and Sidious at R7, and I'm guessing you've got Newt at... Oh, Newt is only at R5. Do you have Stab, maybe? No. Okay, so you run him at the R5 tier, which means you'll be getting 1.2 million. I'd highly recommend that you start working on your Gungans. 4-man Gungan team at Relic 8 will be able to get a maximum score in this raid if you put that Omicron down on Boomadeer. Okay? Same goes for R9, but I'm not saying go and push for R9. If you get yourself R8 Gungans and maybe think about R9 on Queen Amidala, Master Qui-Gon Jinn, and Padawan Obi-Wan, only if you really want to push that raid score really high, that is where you need to focus. Definitely those two raid teams. Gungans help you get Jar Jar, which is a great team anyway. Without Jar Jar, they still 4-man the raid for really good points. Queen Amidala can 3-man all the way up at Relic 9. So those are both really solid investments for you. Hey, what's going on, Pliskin? Full Relic 8 Gungans are insane. Relic 8 Gungans are really good. They're like Gungan faction is a phenomenal squad. They're very powerful. Obviously, it's a brand new faction. But let's look at it this way, yeah? You've got 4 GLs. You've got 2 capital ships that is already going to carry you. You could just keep pushing and say, oh, I'll get profundity and I'll start working on Jabba and I'll start doing this, which is perfectly acceptable as a route. However, this raid is only around for 9 months. The longer you leave in pushing your score to get good return from that investment, the worse off you're going to be, the slower you are going to actually improve the rest of your roster. So yes, this is a pinch point for now, but definitely worth doing right now. Like, these Gungans will work at every tier. Take them to R5, they'll smash the R5 tier. Take them to R7, they'll smash the R7 tier. Take them to R8, they'll smash the R8 tier. Take them to R9, they'll smash the R9 tier. They're just that good in the raid. They are that reliable, even without Jar Jar. Which is great, because it means you don't have to worry too much about trying to get this team up to Relic 5 by the end of the month. If you're not looking to do that, you should absolutely still be working on their shards. In my opinion, Joe. Okay? It really is, Joe. It really is. Jabba is a phenomenal investment. Best GL in the game to have, realistically speaking, just because he gives you that access to Smuggler's Run 2, which is really solid for modding. But the raid is the most valuable return on investment in the game. Like, it's not even close. It blows everything out of the water in terms of what it can provide your roster. And this raid in particular is just really difficult to do and score well if you don't have the likes of Gungans and you don't have the likes of Queen Amidala. So I don't know if you picked up the Luminara bundle, the Lightspeed bundle recently. Looks like you did. Good business. So you're able to at least run a Jedi team and the Maul team, right? So let's see. Kit. Yep, you got that Kit Fisto rolling. And Qui-Gon. Yeah, you got Qui-Gon running. And Ayla? Ayla's not quite there. But you could probably run GMY because I imagine you don't have a Keller and Beck Cam team. Yeah, so that's fine. You can consolidate. You'll be able to run a Sidious, a Maul Sidious trio team, and you'll be able to run a Lumi team, right? Guild is only scraping 22.5 tier for the raid, so it may be more useful for Jabba for your roster. Find a new guild, Joe. Find a new guild. 22 million for the entire guild. People are scoring less than 500k. Find a new guild. I'm being dead serious here. Dead serious. If you are, I don't know if you are one of the better GP players in your guild or not, but one of your teams scores more than the average, 3 times more the average than the rest of the guild. If that's not a sign to move to a better guild, I don't know what is, buddy. I don't know what is. 5-man Gungans with the Army full auto the raid? Yep, they do. Or 4-man Gungans with the Army needs targeting, and that's about it. I would definitely recommend finding a new guild. Slightly above average the guild. I'm at 1.2 and I'm the second highest. You should try and find yourself in a position where you are the lowest performer. Always try to be the smallest guy in the guild, but do not let that be a reason for you to be the worst performer. So my recommendation for you, Joe, is... Yeah, no, I know what you mean by raid school. My recommendation for you is to definitely find a new guild, because the amount of resources that you are leaving on the table is phenomenally huge. You should be hitting... You've got 2 R5 teams, so you should be hitting 2.4 million, and the average of the guild is 450,000 points. That's not good enough, mate. Not good enough. You shouldn't need to settle for that sort of nonsense. If your entire guild is at least matching you, what do we say? You're getting 2.4 mil, right? Times that by 50. Should be getting 120 mil. 120 mil in the raid overall if everybody is working around the same level as you. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rewards between the difference between a 22 million box and 120. So let's say you jump to the 90. So over here, 16.9 on 1500. Or over here, 16.9, 3,000. So you're getting twice as much Mark III, which translates into twice as much, as far as I'm concerned, rewards in R8 materials. R8 materials, basically. And you're very close to that 130 mil box, which, again, jumps you up an extra 1,000. Like, this is... I know it doesn't look like much surface level, but if you consider that's going to be every single week, every 6 days... That adds up over a period of 9 months into masses of Relic 9 materials. Massive. You're talking about 50 raids, 50 plus raids, 50 or 60 raids in total of gaining up to 2,500 additional Mark III currency. That Mark III currency over here, let's just look at what 2,500 looks like. If we look at it in impulse detectors over here, we're looking at 5 times this, looking at an additional 10 impulse detectors at a very minimum. It's a lot, and that's just for that little bit, and you could go further than that. What's going on, Lone? Submit a roster review. Your advice is always helpful. Thank you so much, Lone Wanderer. That's very kind of you, dude. Thank you for the $9.99, buddy. I know I just completely rambled off there, buddy. I know I completely rambled off there, but it really does matter. Nice one, Wolfie. Good business, brother. But again, even just getting your Gungans to R5 is an extra 1.2 million, right? Sure, you could do it with another team, like you could see if you could get Keller and Beck and Cam, but that's going to be very difficult for you. Also, the other side of it is, if you get Gungans, if you get that Queen Amidala team up and running, you're going to be more attractive to guilds that are pushing higher in the raid score. So instead of getting that 130 box, you might be looking at 260 box, and then. You know, it all kind of rolls in on itself. Still a great team without the raid. And yeah, Gungans are fantastic, dude. Gungans are really strong. Oh, has anybody tested, actually? Have the Gungans been fixed? Can they still use a random fifth? Or has that been fixed now? You know, I should leave my guild. I just don't have the heart. We only scored... And you scored... And I scored 2 million out of the 10 million we scored. Ouch, Big Ninja. Yeah. Our review's free. You can sign up for free, but anybody that pays gets priority and goes first, basically, buddy. Just did it in TW. So does it still summon the shield generator range? Random fifth is still working for you in Conquest. God damn it, CG. Alrighty. Thank you so much, Joe Bates. Really do appreciate that. You're a legend, a scholar, and a gentleman. That would be my advice. Now, if you don't want to go down that path, I would definitely recommend going for Jabba, because Jabba is incredible. Get Jabba and Profundity in that order, preferably. But either way. You can still be their friends, Urban Ballasta. I'm not saying break up with people. Alright, let's grab that fleet reward. I need those crystals, baby. I need those crystals. Alright, cool. So let me go ahead and check my roster review list. Joe Bates, you are done. And we did just have Lone Wanderer. He also made a kind donation to the tribe, helping us forward in our goals and ambitions. He does have his ally code down there. Let's go ahead and grab that. Throw this in the old chatteroo, baby. The chatteroo. Oh my god, Night Fox, I did it twice, mate. What's going on, Shakra? I did it twice, Night Fox. Twice I bought 7 shards of Night Trooper, accidentally, spending 2,600 crystals today. Kablamo splat. What a waste, man. You should only get the generator spawn if the team is Gungans only. Correct. But it's bugged so that you can have a random fifth and still get it, yep. You're considering R8 on Kit and Qui-Gon because they're the only ones below R8 on your Lumi team. That's not too bad of an investment, Wolf. It's not too bad. It depends really on if you're going to be actually getting an uptick in your rewards box. Yeah, twice, Night Fox. What I did was this. Sorry, Wanderer. We will get back to you in a second. What I did was I was just clicking like this. I was clicking really quickly to get this thingy here. And I think because I literally went from here to there really quick, I think the screen was loading, and I somehow just went click, click, and it picked up Night Trooper pack, and by the time I hit then, it was too late. I was like, damn it, I did this too quickly. Bought bloody Night Trooper shards. All right, let's try that again. Apologies, Lone Wanderer. Did that just double up? I think that did double up. Thank you kindly, whoever that was. We will get to you in a moment. So, Wanderer over here. Wanderer... Oh, where's my... Boop. There we go. Although it's not updating.
Anonymous tipped £5. Screw your review, but I'll keep it in the back pocket for my alt if needed, lol.
Well, thank you kindly. Screw your review, but I'll keep it in the back pocket for my alt. Who was that? Let's see. Let's see who that was. That was... it was an anonymous. It was an anonymous. You keep that in the back pocket. I won't know who you are, but you keep that in the back pocket for your alt. Some random person's going to claim it. All right. Okay, cool. So what is Wanderer saying about his account? How can I help you today, Mr. Wanderer? Lone Wanderer over here. Just got all the requirements done for Jedi Master Luke. Awesome. Next, really need to work on my ships. Last time I was thinking Leviathan, but now I'm thinking Executor instead. Okay. Okay. All right. So you're 8.7 million, 404, guild not found. Maybe find yourself a guild first. Essex. There you go, buddy. Well, thank you, buddy. You can keep that in the back pocket anytime that you want, buddy. I did a submit Don't roast me too hard if you get to it. Thanks, Andy. Will do, buddy. Just chilling, trying to stay cool. How goes it for you? It goes really well, buddy. It goes really well. Thank you kindly. All right. Okay, cool. So, our good friend, Mr. Lone Wanderer, is saying that he's just got the JML requirements. Looks like he's still working on trying to actually unlock JML because he's not in the actual roster just yet, unless he's like low gear or something like that. Working on ships is his next priority. He was thinking Leviathan, but might change his mind over to the Executor. So, I agree with you, buddy. Ships is your biggest weakness right now. If we look at your characters, you currently do have 4 GLs rocking, which is great and everything, but having 4 GLs and then not having anything of Executive Profundity or Leviathan is going to really, really hurt your ability to do much of anything in either Fleet Arena or in GAC/Territory War when it comes to fleet battles. And seen as though Fleet Arena is a source of crystal income, and crystal income is a source of time and development in the game, 100% you need to go and sort your stuff out and get your butt fixing your fleets. Now, obviously, currently Leviathan is the biggest, baddest ship around. It will get the best results as far as wins are concerned. It has the best hold rates, all that sort of nonsense. Potassium. So, yes. The problem with Leviathan is obviously that it is a huge, huge investment. You need to have 2 Relic 9s. Darth Revan isn't exactly a great Relic 9. He could be worse, I suppose, but he's not a tank. He does do damage, but they don't really get a massive benefit. Malak, on the other hand, is a really solid Relic 9. The other issue is, of course, that you do need to have Malgus. You need the Proving Ground ship, so I don't know what your situation is like there. You've got Malak. You've got Malgus R9 already, so you've already done this. All right, okay. That swings it a little bit more in favor of the old Leviathan. Do we have the Fury-class Interceptor? You do have the Fury-class Interceptor. At this point, you're probably better off. You're close to both, really, aren't you? I mean, IG-88, you need to sort out. Dengar, you need to sort out. For the benefit of Leviathan, I would probably say you should push towards Leviathan rather than Executor. I know it's a heavier investment, but it's a better investment overall. Don't worry about the Scythe, though. It's trash. Scythe is phenomenal, Shorker. Don't be swinging for the hills like that. Exactly, Lone Wanderer. Exactly. And then when it comes to offensive capabilities, you're going to struggle really hard, right? Any of those fleets is actually going to do really well for you. I'm assuming you haven't touched the likes of the Rogue One. Yeah, the Rogue One is untouched, so Profundity is kind of really far out for you. I think you can't go wrong with either. And honest to God, I would say once you've got one or the other, go get the other one. Literally, you're going to need all of the fleets that you can get. That's the biggest weakness in your account right now. You're about to unlock JML. Go ahead, once you've unlocked JML, push for, in my preference, Leviathan first, then get Executor right after it, and then start thinking about pushing for Jabba. If you want to do things for the raid, absolutely. I've already explained my position on raid. Could do Gungans. I did see that you've got an R8, Queen Amidala. How's your Padawan Wobi-Wan? Master Qui-Gon Jinn is R5 with the Army as well. Look at you, buddy. Look at you, buddy. Do we have a Padawan Obi-Wan? We do. Okay, great. So you've already got the Padawan Obi-Wan team for R5. You can push that further if you get spare time. It's not quite as easy to run that team at lower relic levels. It benefits massively from the modifier at Relic 9. You'd prefer Leviathan. I would have all the shards for Scythe, but no Grand Inquisitor. Yeah, I mean, it sucks not to have that proper Chimera counter. It can still work sometimes without the Scythe, but you're really shooting yourself in the foot without it. Inquisitors are great. I swear that keeps doubling up, guys. Sorry, my left...
tipped £5, 198,288,364.
Thank you kindly, good sir. Thank you kindly, good sir. Thank you, Callum. Appreciate you, buddy. Make sure you do fill out the forms as well, guys. Make sure you fill out the forms correctly. Sorry, let me just pause this real quick. I don't know if you can see this, but my left eyelid over here is twitching like a bitch. Can you see that? It's twitching. Top of my eyelid is twitching. It's not doing it now. But it kept on doing it, and it was really bothering me. It was just going like quiver, quiver. Ah, there it goes again. Damn it. It's not doing it now. Sorry, guys. Apologies for the delay there. Apologies for the delay. Stay off the drugs. It's too little sleep and too much caffeine that's doing that. Would Executive be better since it's viable at low stars and then Horde for Leviathan? I'm also in a similar situation, which is why you're wondering. Leviathan is as effective as the Executor at low stars, in my opinion. Thank you, Andre. Appreciate you, buddy. Okay, so let's continue along here. So, yes, I prefer the Leviathan here just because I feel like it's a better investment early on. Executor does work perfectly fine at 4 stars, but it's better, obviously, at 7 stars. Same goes for Leviathan. It is really a 7-star capital ship to really get the most use out of it. But based on how far away you are from both of these, they shouldn't be too long behind each other regardless. You got a bounty leg? It's somewhat unrelated. Yeah, good business. So apart from fleets, though, good sir, apart from fleets, you could obviously do a little bit of focus within your raid teams. You've got, let's have a look at Jedi over here. You've got the Lumi team, so you've got a 1.2 million team there. I don't see Keller and Beck, so you've got Lumi team, you've got Queen Amidala. You don't really have Gungans. Do you have Maul and Sidious? You do not have Darth Maul. And you do not have Sidious. Okay. So that team is off the books for you at the moment. How about B2? Okay, you've got an R5 B2. So you might be able to do a Separatist team. So maybe you can get 3.6 mil in the raid, something like that. Because you could go in with a B2 lead and then some of the Separatists potentially. No stat. But you've got Droidica. So you could go B2 lead with Droidica. You could throw in Nuke Gunray. The B1 is just not very good, unfortunately. Is Luminara Zeta worth it? You need it for the raid team, 100%. Yeah, definitely do it. No, but those eye bogeys, yuck. Did I have eye bogeys, mate? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, so Lone Wanderer, if you want to be max scoring with the Lumi team, you do really do need to get that Zeta. Eye bogeys. Got 850 without the Zeta? Without Zeta, then 1.2 mil with? Yeah, exactly. The fact that she gives the heal over times all the time with that Zeta is what makes that team really viable. And people are struggling to get any sort of real score going without having so many teams available to them, right? So, of course, you could invest more in Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon Jinn to get them up to higher relic levels to get a better return. Or you could start pushing in Gungans and stuff like that to get a good return. But I understand that there's a heck of a lot for you to do right now. You need to make that choice yourself. You need to see what the perspective of your guild is. Is your whole guild pushing for raid performance? If they are, get on the same train. If not, maybe hold off a little bit. Yeah, B1 sucks really bad in the new raid, unfortunately. Yeah, it does actually, Wolf, because if you're gaining turn meter and they've got the quick modifier, they're going to be gaining turn meter as well. So every time you gain turn meter, they gain turn meter. And they heal. So yeah, other than that, let's take a look through the roster and see what else we got here cooking. What do we got cooking here? Like to see that you got Jedi Knight Cal. No Bo-Katan Mandalore at this point. Of course you didn't have Keller and Beck, did you? No Bo-Katan Mandalore at this current point. I know I've always said, historically speaking, that Bo-Katan Mandalore is not something people should be pushing for necessarily. My tone on that has changed a little bit. Because the Mandalore planet giving out basically 100 Zetas every 2 weeks is really flipping good. Yes, you have to 2-star the planet, That's very achievable. Very achievable. Obviously, it depends on the guild, but you can preload it one phase, and then you can full send it the phase afterwards like that. You do need to be able to fill out the operations and stuff, so it depends on guild size, but the rewards are actually really flipping good, and Bo-Katan Mandalore is a great team as well. 100 Kyrotech. Sorry, I meant 100 Kyrotech, not Zetas. Sorry, guys. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, you get 50 of each, basically. And you get 50 of each, and then you'll get 3 as well. You get 625 get 3, I want to say. 625 get 3? Something like that. Boop, boop, boop. 100 Zetas. 100 Zetas would make Zetas completely a non-bottleneck now. I would love 100 Zetas. Every single time you go ahead and need a new GL, you're like, oh, I'll just do this for 2 weeks. Oh, look at me. 100 Zetas. Go, Bert. So yeah, I think your roster's in a good place. You've got JMK and Lord Vader, got Rey and Slacker. Need to shore up those ships 100%. After you're done with ships, take a look at it. Guild. If not, then maybe get Jabba. Tell me about it, Pete. At the very top end, people wouldn't even care. Because a lot of people at the top end have got every Zeta. Alrighty. Anything you want to ask at the moment then, Mr. Wanderer, sir? Think you're doing well? Think you're doing well? Mando. No worries, Wanderer. Shakra is in the chat. Let's see, who is next on our list of lovely roster reviews? I believe. Let me refresh this. So Andre the Giant, Andre M. Lone Wanderer, Callum. Callum, you've made a donation of $5, but did you go through the actual form? Because I'm not seeing a Callum here. Oh yes, I am seeing Callum. Apologies, Callum. I can see you now. I can see you now. Unless it's a different Callum. No, it can't be a different Callum. That is the right Callum. Callum, what you will. Yeah, it's okay. I found you. I found you. It's all good, buddy. I found you. It's all good. Oh, hold up. Let me quickly go over here. I want to see if we can get that one extra little bit itty bitty thingamabob so that I can go ahead and take that one Datacron up a single relic level. More stats. Extra 25% protection. I'll take it. And then we'll relock in. Make sure you sign up to GAC, guys. You got like 33 minutes. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and check out Callum's roster real quick then. Boom. Doop. Andy W, you're the same dude in my guild. Maybe, Zion. Andre the Giant, is that a WWE, WWF reference? It was, Andy. Yes. All right. Let's start this and we'll check out what Callum is saying about his roster. So Callum has said is interested in general thoughts. Finishing out Jabba, then considering Jedi Knight Cal Kestis or doing Power Master Qui-Gon Jinn to the Relic 9. Okay, good business. Finishing out Jabba sounds great to me. Rocking Inquisitors with the Inquisitors Cron is kind of wild. 7.7 million GP. That's so revin. All right, Callum, let's take a look, buddy. Kyber 2, good on you, mate. Kyber 2 at 7.7. Nice business, buddy. Look at all these GLs. You've got Leia at R9, you've got C, you've got Supreme Luke Kylo Ren, Rey, Jedi Master Luke. He's waiting on that ultimate. Get that ultimate for JML. He likes it. And then we've got Bane. And you've got Inquisitors. This is a great roster for 7.7 mil. This is a great roster for 7.7. You've got 5 GLs, you've got Bane, you've got Inquisitors. Solid, mate. Let's take a look at your fleet. Got Executor, but none of the other legendary capital ships that are top tier. Chimera is great. Obviously, you'll have that counter in the back pocket as well. GK obviously needs a little bit of that loving to get that negotiator up and running properly. But other than that, you're looking kind of sweet. Fleet is definitely your weaker point here. Fleet is definitely a little bit on the weaker side. Do I need... No. You don't need to redo the form, Callum. Don't worry about that, buddy. The yes-no on that form to say, are you donating or not, just makes it easier for me to find you when I'm looking through my lists. That's all it is. Because obviously most people are not donating. So I like to find the exceptions by looking at who has donated to get them on that priority review. So, Jabba, then considering Jedi Knight, Cal Kestis, all doing Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Kenobi. So, I guess the real question is, Queenie, you don't have Queen Amidala. Are you unlocking Queen Amidala soon, good sir? Let me know. Are you unlocking her soon? Because if not, it kind of doesn't matter. Master Qui-Gon Jinn, you're waiting for him to become farmable. Padawan Obi-Wan, you've nearly finished him. I think he's a Cantina farm, isn't it? You'll be unlocking her this conquest. So you can. You certainly can. You bought the Lumi pack. Are you getting 1.2 million with that? Okay, good business. So, you're already scoring decently with Lumi. 1.2 mil, I assume. You're doing 1.2 mil with Maul. Or you can do 1.2 mil with Maul, is what I would assume. You've got Executor. You do not have Profundity or Leviathan. And there's most likely a new fleet coming on the horizon. We've already had a data mine for a crewless ship. Essentially, a crewless ship, which may or may not be the start of the next fleet that we get. Most likely will be the start of the next fleet we get. So definitely things to consider. Now, you can absolutely go down the vein of R9ing those characters, but that is a big, big investment. And if the rest of your guild is not also following in the same footsteps as you and trying to really push that guild rewards, you're not going to get the maximum benefit out of doing that. 3.6 million in the raid is great and everything, but if everybody else in the rest of the guild is doing about 1.2, maybe have second thoughts about it. About 1 mil on Darth Maul. Good stuff, Callum. Thank you. Did your Swigger EA app beta took long to activate because it signed long ago? No, I got pretty quick sick keft. But I have a direct line to our community manager, Mr. Meathead Militia. And I poked him in the side of the head and I said, "Hey, Meathead, let me in." And he was like, "Okay." And I didn't have to bribe him or anything. Didn't have to bribe him at all. I definitely feel like your fleet is the weaker area. It would be nice if you had Leviathan or Profundity over here. Obviously, raid performance would be really, really good if you could sort that out. You know, getting 3 brand new characters to Relic 9 is a huge, huge investment for someone in your GP range. You are in Kyber 2, so you're able to earn a little bit there. But how do you do in Fleet Arena? How do you do in the old Fleet Arena? We should be having some more giveaways soon, Goliath. So stay appealed for that. Oh, you're still actually able to get first in Fleet Arena. So you are still able to earn the good money. Two-and-a-half-year-old account. 2.5-year-old account. And got all this business going. That's insane, dude. Fleet Arena is number 1 every day, not a single levy in the Shard. That helps you. That helps you quite a bit. Obviously doesn't help in Grand Arena because you'll probably be facing Leviathans quite regularly in Grand Arena. But if you're not worried about your fleet income, which is huge, 400 crystals a day is a heck of a lot, you can probably afford to push off on the Leviathan. But as soon as they start popping up, it's going to get a little bit awkward, or if you started to want to make a push into higher areas. Honestly, though, you're already in Kyber 2. Pushing to Kyber 1 would be too much for you at the moment. You'd need a lot more roster growth. So maybe don't worry too much about it at this point. Maybe you do focus on just raid teams at the minute. Raid teams and getting Jabba is probably the best thing for you. Interesting position to be in, because if you can comfortably stay in Kyber 2, the amount of investment it would take in your roster to go from Kyber 2 to Kyber 1 and stay there regularly, and how much return you would get from being in Kyber 1, is kind of minimal compared to what you would get from investing in raid teams to get a better score in the raid. But again, this comes back to, are you able to do that alongside the rest of your guild also pushing it, because it has to be a team effort. The same thing really goes for Cal Kestis. Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, the main benefit that he does is obviously he's a lifter for JML, but also gives you access to Zepho on a far more reliable rate. You could totally get your Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, but if the rest of your guild isn't getting Cal Kestis, then you're not unlocking Zepho. If you're not unlocking Zepho, you're not earning that extra 40 Chirotech, not earning the extra Get 2, you know? Does that make sense? Do, 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 do. Guild is hitting 130 mil already. That's pretty good, Callum. That's pretty good. Unlikely they pushed to the 265. They're already unlocking Zepho and Mandalore, so I'm kind of the weaker link. That's awesome, Callum. You're playing it right, dude. You're playing it right because you're in a guild that is obviously already outperforming. Oh, thank you, Egg Chill. Thank you for the Norwegian kroner, is it? Norwegian kroner? 119. I have no idea what that translates to, but thank you so much. Make sure you do fill out that form and say that you are donating. Thank you kindly, good sir. 5 p.m. closing time for you? Wolfie? Huh? Was that meant for this chat, buddy, or somewhere else? Yeah, the fact that your guild is already hitting that 130 mil box, that's pretty huge. 265 divided by 50, that would mean everybody has to score 5.3. Honestly, that's actually very achievable for a guild that you're in. If you were to look at it, you were considering doing Queen Amidala Trio. That's 3.6 million in and of itself. So you would only need an extra 1.7 mil in total across all 4 of the rest of your teams. 1.7 divided by 4. You'd only need, 400,000. And we know you're already getting 1.2. So 3.6 plus 3.6 plus 1.2 plus 1.2. You're already at 6 million. Obviously, it would have to be a buy-in from the rest of the guild to all push there, but your guild could absolutely hit that next tier. Oh, sorry, Shorka. Didn't see you ask a question, buddy. Hoped you was out of work. Ah, yes. Unfortunately, not quite yet, hey? Unfortunately, not quite yet. But we miss you, Wolfie. We want you here. We want you loud. We want you proud. So, yeah. Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, the benefit of him is, yes, he's a really good lifter. Obviously helps you unlock Zepho and stuff like that. I know you don't need that. But he's pretty cheap as far as investment is concerned. It's a couple of characters at gear 12. You don't need to push any further. The event is not particularly difficult. And he gives a really good boost to JML, who you must have recently unlocked, I would assume. So he's not a bad investment. I think raid teams should come first, though. That's my personal preference. Thanks, Echel. Appreciate you. Or Echel. Apart from that, you might eventually want to consider the next fleet. Maybe you go ahead and wait until we see what's coming in the future. Obviously, there's no pressure for you to do it right now as far as your fleet arena is concerned. Maybe eventually down the line, maybe it gets harder for you to stay in relevance in Kyber 2, starts dropping you out of Kyber 2. Maybe people in your squad, your fleet shard start getting it and it becomes difficult for you to climb. We don't know. Until that point comes, though, I think you probably focus on the more pertinent things to get up and running quicker. Hey, Nathan, how you doing? All right, cool. That was good, Callum. You got a great roster, dude. Got a great roster, my dude. Let's keep checking. So when I look at the fan funding over here, we've done Lone Wanderer, we've done Callum. Echil has donated as well, and we also had another person donate directly, and that was Andre M. Let's just double check to make sure you're in the roster list here. You are indeed. Thank you, Andre. Can I show the list? Yeah, of course. I can definitely show the list. Hold up. Boop. Here is the list right now. These are all the people that have signed up today. All of these individuals. Obviously, we've done a couple, like we've done Callum, and we've done Lone Wanderer, and we've done Joe Bates. We're about to do Andre M, who's down here. But then there's still quite a few other people at the moment. Still quite a few other people at the moment. All right, cool. Get that down. Just get it down. Get it down now, boys. I tell you. So next is Andre M, and then it's Echil, or Echil. I apologize, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name correctly. All right, Andre M, who says Shakra. Shakra? Is that right, Andre? Is this you, buddy? You still in the chat? Good sir? Good sir, dude. Love your dedication on getting out the GC guide so soon. Well, thank you, Nathan. Has helped you a lot. Just curious, how do you get the GC out video so soon, even with work and stuff? So, Galactic Challenges, for me, unlock at 8 in the morning. I work from home. My work desk is here. So, I get up at 7 in the morning, have my shower, have a coffee. As soon as 8 a.m. comes round, I'm recording or starting to work on Galactic Challenges if I'm able. Sometimes I've got early morning meetings at like 8:30 in the morning, and that interrupts my ability to do that. But usually I can actually sort of get that rolling and get it done before my work starts at 9 o'clock. Usually, yeah. So that's how I usually get them done. Sometimes I just get swamped with work and I can't get it out until midday or until after work. Hey, Goliath, thank you so much for the $10. Let's get that review. I already filled the form. Thank you, Goliath. We'll do right after we do Shakra over here. I'm a risk manager for an insurance company, Zion. Okay, so Shakra, 11.5... Shakra? Sorry, not Shakra. Shakra. A guild. No name a guild has. All right? Schoolboy error. Clock into work and then take a shower. Oh, I don't have to clock in at all. I mean, I could say, hi, guys. All right, let's restart the timer. Ah, you are here. Good. Thank you, Andre. Appreciate you. So what is Andre saying over here? Focusing on Leviathan now, and next will be Stap and Gungans. Any tips? Okay, great. 11.5 mil, so you're obviously later game, pretty much approaching end game content at this point. Good to hear it. Kyber 2 player. Looks like you've just about finished off, or just about finishing off on your profundity. Got the Executor, no Leviathan, but you're still able to get top of fleet shards, so that's genuinely not too bad. Look at these Relic 9 GLs. Interesting take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's Goliath Super Chat. Thank you kindly, Goliath. Really do appreciate you, good sir. So you've got all the GLs, which is a really great start, obviously. You've got Bo-Katan Mandalore, which is great. You've got Reaver Inquisitors. Huge. Roster is in a really, really solid position. I like to see that. Getting Leviathan now will be huge. Getting Stap and Gungans is obviously probably is where you're going to get the most benefit out of your roster at this point. Now, Gungans can completely clear Max Point, the new raid, at 4-man. No need for Jar Jar, but you will need to drop the Omicron on Boomadir to make that a reliable thing and to save yourself heartache and pain. So investing in Gungans is a really, really good shout. Let's take a look at your Queen Amidala. Queen Amidala already at Relic 7. Master Qui-Gon Jinn, you're probably just waiting for him to become farmable. So he's probably going to be a hard node farm. I'm assuming you need 185 shards of him. Might take a little bit further. Oh, thank you, Rabid Gunter. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Unfortunately, the Morgan Elsbeth counter there in the top right corner only counts up when it goes through the PayPal link. I can't get Morgan Elsbeth's counter to also take a look at other income streams. It only goes through the PayPal donation link, unfortunately. But I do appreciate that. So thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. So yeah, you're probably waiting for the Master Qui-Gon Jinn to go farmable. He's most likely going farmable with this week's title update. Tomorrow, or... yeah, it should be tomorrow, before Morgan Elsbeth joins the game. So I would recommend immediately start farming him. Padawan Obi-Wan. Padawobi-Wan. Are you actively working on him? Because he is a Cantina farm, good sir. Hats off to you. Am I based in the UK? I am, Nathan. Yes, I'm based in Wales. Oh, it's euros. No, all good. Thank you. Sorry, I see dollars and euros and pound signs all the time. It's hard to keep track. So yeah, I as long as you're actively working on Padawan Obi-Wan, you should be able to get a decent team running up there in the guild. Yeah, a little bit less warm, Jack. Absolutely, buddy. I moved back about 2 years ago. 2 years, almost to the day. So yeah, and it was a great positive move. Obviously, it's not as sunny, but I get to be closer to my family, which is equally important. I understand that you don't want to see the euro since you're from the UK. Hey man, I used to live in Jib. We used to deal in euros all the time. I am, Jack. I am, mate. Thank you. So. Definitely think that the Queen Amidala teams of the Gungans are the best return on investment for you. Have you already got like Lumi and them sorted? This feels like you've bought the Lumi pack, which is great. Yeah, you got that Qui-Gon Jinn, you got the Lumi. We do have Kit Fisto. How's Plo looking? Plo is looking. Oh, that Ploey is good, and you've got Ayla up there. Amazing. Do we have Keller and Beck? You do, because you have Bo-Katan Mandalore, Kiadi Mundi. Oh man, it might need a few more relic levels on these teams. So if we were to break it down through the teams that I use, for example, for the raid, is you've got the Queen Amidala trio, you've got Gungans, which I full man because I have Jar Jar, but then there's the Maul trio, which I believe you've already are running, right? Darth Maul at R7. I mean, you've got all the GLs, so you should be fine. Sidious and Newt. Yeah. So your raid performance is already going to be pretty solid. The only thing that's holding you back right now is the lack of Queen Amidala and the Gungans. Focusing on Levy. Okay, cool. So you need all the signal data that you can get your hands on, because you need the relic signal data to unlock Leviathan. That's perfectly acceptable. I support you 100%. Get that stuff done. After that, switch that focus over to those raid teams. That's where you can get the most bang for your buck right now. That's where you can definitely get the most bang for your buck, Andre, because the return on investment is huge, and you're just leaving relicates on the table by not investing in those teams. Right now, obviously, we've got a new Galactic Legend coming out. We've got the new GL Ahsoka coming out, but that means you need to be getting stuff like Night Trooper, which I would be surprised if many people are investing. We've got Morgan Elsbeth coming in a couple of days. She's going to be required for Balin Skull as an epic confrontation, but realistically, most of the player base can comfortably ignore this for the next 6+ months. You don't need to be the first person to get those teams. It's more important, whilst the iron is hot, as it were, that you strike on getting those raid teams out. So finish off your Leviathan by all means. Get that done. Get that sorted. Get that unlocked. Get it up to 7 stars, whatever you need to do, right? But as soon as you're done with that farm, immediately go full send on getting as good of investment in those raid teams as you can. You've already got your Keller and Beck. Yeah, you could have a little bit more investment in Cam, take it up to R7, maybe R8 if you really wanted to. But get that Queen Amidala team up and running. Get those Gungans up and running. R5, R7, R8, wherever you want to go with them, right? I'd recommend trying to get that 10.4 million to help push your guild to the max boxing rewards. Hey Stoked, how you doing, buddy? How did I end up in Gibraltar? It was essentially my ex-girlfriend was from Gibraltar. I met her when I was in university, and after university she went home, and I decided to go with her, and that's how I got my job, and it all went from there. Elsbeth isn't a require for Ahsoka. No, Goliath. Morgan Elsbeth is confirmed to be a requirement for the new epic confrontation for Balin Skull, alongside Grand Admiral Thrawn. Other than that, we don't know the requirements for Balin Skull yet. I'm going to assume Great Mothers is going to be a requirement. So, no, I'm sorry, I don't know what I was looking to do here. There was something that I was going to check out. How do you recommend doing the Dark Trooper Moff Gideon in Conquest? Oh, the kills with Dark Trooper Moff Gideon? I've got video guides out on that already, Mr. Saturn. Running a volatile accelerator with amplified agony is the best setup. Going ahead with a Thrawn lead and Lord Vader makes it a lot easier. You don't need Lord Vader. If you don't have Lord Vader, use Moff Gideon, like OG Moff Gideon. And you pass turns over, and you try to go against like the bonus node in Sector 1, for example, to get AoE kills, or even the Geo node in Sector 3 or 4? 4. Darth Revan is already relic 8, so you're close. You'll likely have it ready for the next round. That's huge, Andre. That's huge. So you're basically there, right? You're basically there. Is it just Darth Revan to Relic 9? So you're about to take into Relic 8, then it's Relic 9, and then you're done for Leviathan, which is really good. Obviously, R9 is a big investment, but you're at that point in the game, 11.5 mil, you're going to be at the point where you basically have everything. Rabid Gunter, I love it, mate. Oh my god. Rabid Gunter is like, yeah, he's the Lord Vader lifted where we've always been waiting for. C is the lifter, Goliath. C's the lifter for Bane. C is the lifter for Bane. So yeah, your Darth Revan is showing as Relic 7 in my screen. I don't know why that is, but maybe it's just not updated since you last did it. You've even got R7 on Jedi Knight Revan. That's kind of huge. Do you already have Jedi Knight Cal? I imagine so. You do already have Jedi Knight Cal, and you've already got Bo-Katan Mandalore. You're basically there. You're at the point of the game where you can essentially chase the latest and greatest. Now, I don't think... Did I see Profundity? Oh, yes, you do have Profundity. 6-star Profundity, 7-star Executor. Yeah, you've completed it, mate. You've completed it. In my opinion, he'll be an unaligned Force user, Rabid. I'm pretty sure he hasn't said he's a Sith. Dark side unaligned Force user, mercenary, is what I'm assuming he's going to be. But yeah, you're in a really good space, Andre. This is a really solid roster. Really solid roster. Like to see it. R9 Holdo. What is that about, mate? I mean, I know I'm one to judge, but an R9 Holdo is an R9 Holdo. Damn, son. Damn, son. Oh, sorry, I've already answered that question. I've got Queen Amidala working on Ben and Qui-Gon. I've done the Ahsoka GL first 4 characters. You think I should try and hold on to crystals, other stuff for the other prereqs, or go for Gungans, hurts your soul? It depends. Do you need a higher raid score? Like, this GL is going to be very expensive, I feel, in terms of relic investment and crystal investment. So, if you want to have her day 1, which is not necessary at all, then you'll need a lot of crystals, yeah. Raddest meta fleet, boy! Yeah. It's a cool roster, though, Andre. Thank you. Thank you kindly for your donation. Thank you for your time, good sir. Let's go ahead and just rickety refresh real quick. I want to see what people are saying, baby. What you saying? So I believe Echil was next. Or Echil. Echil, are you still in the chat, good sir? Echil is still in the chat. Why not full 6-dot mods? Who can say? Who can say? Ah, good. Echil is still here. Good, 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 good. 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 Search. I think I'm actually going to change this timer to 7 minutes. 7 minutes feels more like the sweet spot to be in. Okay. So let's see what we've got for Echil. So Echil is saying, my guild wants me to get Grand Inquisitor. Other than that, I need help on what else I should be doing right now. Okay, so let's first talk about the bugbear in the room. Your guild wants you to get Grand Inquisitor, presumably because people want to unlock Reaver. This is a good thing. I know it sucks because Inquisitors have this bad rap about them, but with Reaver, they are a top-tier team. Top tier. Okay, they can take out GLs and all sorts of business, and they're a nightmare on defense. Plus, getting that Grand Inquisitor does then also translate into getting the Scythe, which means your Chimera can start really kicking ass and taking names. So, whilst I understand 6.5 million trying to get Inquisitors is probably quite a painful prospect, because there's a lot of Kyrotech that's required for that team, like 2k Kyrotech or something ridiculous like that, trying to get it off the ground and running, it's a good overall long-term investment. This is mad to me. This is absolutely mad to me to see that JML, the Galactic Legend, has got less active GP than your Commander Luke Skywalker. But I understand it's because... Oh, thank you, Stoked. I appreciate you for CHF 580. I don't know what CHF is, but do appreciate the donation there. Thank you, man. CFH. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's because you're missing the Ultimate and because you're missing 2 of the Zetas over here on Jedi Master Luke, and this guy is also Relicate, which I presume you did for operations, right? Swiss francs. Ah, thank you, Stoked. Swiss francs. Good to know. Thank you, buddy. I don't think I've seen that one before. Okay, cool. So, focusing on Inquisitors, absolutely. If your guild wants to make that push, you should always try and be a good guildie and help out the rest of your guild. These sorts of things takes a group investment, so without you, you are going to be slowing down everybody's progress towards getting Reaver. Don't be that guy that doesn't want to be a team player. Help them out. Help them out. If things go wrong with the guild, you've got Inquisitors, and guilds will be like, oh wow, you can help us get Reaver shards? Absolutely, I'm on board, baby. Come join in. Hop in my back pocket, baby. Thank you, Stoked. Appreciate you, good sir. You said, what else? So you've got a 6-star Executor, 6.5 mil. This is okay. Taking a look at the rest of your roster then, I know you had a couple of GLs and a JML that you're still working on. C, Slacker and Ray, thank you, whoever just made a donation.
Anonymous tipped £5. Roster review, Mr. Saturn smile.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Saturn. Appreciate you, good sir. So, yeah. 4 GLs up and running, working on Inquisitors, you've got Executor. You're in a pretty solid space, is what I would say. Pretty solid space overall is where you're at. I don't know how your guild is performing in the raid. Is the raid a focus for you? I imagine probably not if your guild is pushing for Inquisitors right now. How are you all doing in that faction there? How are you all doing in that faction? In that game mode? Gungans, obviously not even a twinkle in your eye right about now. Galactic Republic, how are we getting on with this? Yeah, that's not really on the cards for you. No investment in Lumi, so I'm guessing your raid performance is basically non-existent at this point, right? Third crate in the raid. How many points do you get? Thank you, Burrito. Appreciate you, good sir. You managed to push up Iridium 3 with 1 GL and fleet. I wonder what if I'm going to get jailed here. Maybe, Zion. Maybe. But best of luck. You're getting just under 1 million in the raid. Yeah, okay. But your whole guild is getting the 3rd crate, which is what, the 90 mil box? So you are underperforming as far as guild is concerned right now for raid performance. But they can't ask you to do raid teams and Inquisitors at the same time. They've got to pick one. So if they've asked for Inquisitors to be your focus on Inquisitors, get those done. After that, genuinely speaking, you probably do want to have something to help you contribute to the raid. One team at Relic 5 will double your score. One team at Relic 5 will double your score. Third from the worst? Okay, so you're right at the bottom of the guild in terms of... the 3rd crate is 22 mil? Oh, it's 22 mil. Is it really? All right, then. Yeah, so essentially, I think I can't get away from the fact the raid investment is so good. The longer you leave it, the worse off it's going to be because it's going to impact everything that you do afterwards. I imagine you were scoring much better in the speeder bike raid, so you're probably used to having that higher tier of rewards. At 6.5 mil, I definitely think that you should be looking to push further up than that. The real question is, what does the investment go in? You've got C already, so you're going to have at least Sidious. And you should have some investment in Maul. Not quite a lot. Newt won't necessarily be invested in. Okay. And I imagine Stap is also something that you don't have investment in. Yeah, okay. So the Sidious trio team of Sidious, Maul, and Newt, you can do Stap if you don't want to do Newt. All of them are requirements there, apart from Stap being not a Relic 7 requirement. Not a Relic 7 requirement just yet. That will give you like the best bang for your buck, because that could be an R8 rewarding team. You know, you could be looking at an R8 and R7 rewarding team, 1.8 million there, which is nearly tripling your score overall within the raid. Something to consider just to try and get that score rolling and bumping. Do you know what I mean? Hi, Sop. How you doing, buddy? Yippee-ki-yay. You're a bit young for yippee-ki-yay, aren't you, Sop? Yippee-ki-yay, mother trucker. It's tricky. It's tricky. Because obviously you could push for other things, such as you could start working towards your Leviathan or your Profundity. You've got JML, so you'll have some of the Rebel fighters already up and running. But I think that things are going to be really hard for people that are not investing in raid teams. Obviously, the easiest no-brain one is Gungans, but these are brand new and you've got no investment in them whatsoever. So they're probably a long ways away for you right now. Whereas the Queen Amidala team could be a little bit closer. Don't know. Yeah, it's not looking pretty. Yeah. Those two teams are pretty far out of reach. I would say that if you're looking for any investment in the raid teams, I would go for the Maul, Newt, Sidious team, just because all of those are requirements for Galactic Legends and will be able to perform very well at every tier. No, you know, you might be taking them just to Relic 5. You might go to R7. You could go to R8, but I don't necessarily think you should do that. After that, obviously, well, before that, you need to do Inquisitors. After you're done with Inquisitors, you need to see what your guild is doing. And honestly, I would probably look to change guilds. I'd probably look to change guilds. If you're at 6.5 mil, 6.5 mil, and there's 50 of you, 325 mil guild, you should be hitting better than the 22 mil box. Find yourself a guild that's willing to be pushing inside the raid as quickly as possible. That would be my recommendation, good sir. Alrighty. Time is about up there, Rachel. Let me know if you have any other further questions and we can go further. Let me, before we continue upon our roster reviewing journey, allow me to quickly just check to make sure that my guild hasn't requested more battles in TW. Looks like we have. I'm going to have to do a battle or two in TW because, you know, I am in a top-end TW guild, so yeah, got to do some business. Looks like we still haven't cleared that north there. What teams have we got over here? Bit of a smorgasbord. A smorgasbord. Lots of GGs, but we don't seem to have called a GG counter. Oh, we have, but it's not one I can use. Lots and lots of GGs. And Ewoks for some reason. Probably because that's a support or a healer level 9. Okay, I don't think I can actually run any of the teams at the moment. Because I'm not seeing anything for those Ewoks. And I'm not going to do a cleanup. Okay, we're fine for now. We are fine for now. You're very welcome, Mitchell. Alright, let me go ahead and check who's next on this roster review list. I believe we've had some additional donations come through. So I'll have to cross-reference over there. Let's see, fan funding over here. So Rabid, Gunter, and Stoked have also... sorry. So it'll be Goliath, then Rabid, Gunter, then Stoked. Did Etchel. And Mr. Saturn has also done that. Rabid, Gunter, Goliath on YouTube. Okay, so Goliath would be first. Goliath is all the way at the top over here. R9 Gungans going for JML. Now, what's next? Okay, cool. So, Goliath, are you still in the chat, good sir? I didn't forget you, Goliath. Is this actually you? Are you missile in game, Goliath? You are here, good sir. And this is your account. Okay, so you said you're doing R9 Gungans, which is a huge investment. Going for JML now, not what's next. Okay. So you are 9.8 mil and you want to do R9 Gungans? You're a crazy guy. You already have R9 Gungans. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, before we start, J. Pete says, hot take. Add a modifier to tier 0 of the raid that reduces enemy healing by 100%, and a modifier in tier 1 of the raid that reduces healing by 50%. Give lower GPs, players, and guilds the ability to post scores in the low raid tiers. Right now, the healing is too much for many low-end players to push through the scores to score any points. I think they need to do something. Yeah. I think they need to do something. They might not do quite that. What they might do is just, adjust the very bottom layer of rewards so that people can get something on the scoreboard. I think they should, because it is incredibly difficult for new players to score anything. But it's funny because it's like a tipping point. All you really need is one Relic 5 team, and then you go from not scoring anything to being able to get a max run in. And the difference in rewards is kind of huge. Okay, so cool. So first and foremost, let's talk a little bit about these Gungans. This is a nuts investment. A whole team at Relic 9. I love to see it. And I love that you went full send as well. You're just like, yeah, I'm getting that Boss Nass on me. I'm getting all 3 of Jar Jar's on me. And I'm getting the Gungan Boomadeer on me. I'm definitely max scoring in this raid. You went full send, brother. I got respect for it. I think you're crazy. But I respect you for it. So, you said you were just about trying to finish up on JML, which is really good. Love that you're finishing up JML. JML is a fantastic GL in general. The real question now is, you said you're unlocking Queen Amidala in this next Conquest, which is great because that's more raid points, but you're obviously already getting a 3.6 million team in with those Gungans. Queen Amidala can obviously also get 3.6 mil if you choose to take that investment all the way over to Relic 9. Now, I don't know if you're going to take them up to Relic 9. I don't think you probably should, because you really don't need more than one Relic 9 team to, score 10 mil plus. In this, you don't even need a Relic 9 team to do it. It just helps a little bit, I suppose. So I don't know how far you're going to invest in that Queen Amidala team, and how far the rest of your guild is. After all, only 9.8 mil GP. Not that I'm saying 9.8 is small. 9.8 is definitely small to get a full team of R9s going there, because that's a lot. That's a lot. How are your fleets looking? It was a passion project when you came out. I like it. All that investment to just hit auto. Maybe he does play him. Who knows? So looking at this is really sick, dude. At just under 10 mil, you're already rocking that Leviathan, and you've got Executor, and you've got R9 over here. You've gone full send on these projects. Like, you ain't messing around. So your fleet investment is really good. You've got 4 GLs. You're about to get a 5th GL. You've got a good Gungan team. You're about to unlock Queen Amidala. You've got an R9 Bane. I don't know where you're getting all these R9s from, dude. Where are you getting all these R9s from? At under 10 million, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 R9s. You've nearly got as many R9s as I have, with like 2 million less GP. That's crazy talk. It's crazy talk. You're thinking R7 on the Queen Amidala team? 5 mil short of the 130 mil chest. 12 R9s, I think. Okay. That's huge. That's a load of R9s, dude. Load of R9s. 5 mil short. Okay, so 5 mil short means you only need 500k across all of the players in the guild in order to hit that next boss. That's an easy hit for you. R7 on the Queen Amidala team, you might need a little bit of extra help and extra support. I don't know how well they perform as a trio at R7, but of course you could throw in the likes of R2-D2, for example, to help shore up that team a little bit, and I'm sure that would make it a little bit more reliable overall. But I haven't done any testing at R7 with Underman on Queen Amidala. Do you also have, like, Lumi and stuff like that? Did you get that pack? Looks like you did. Yeah, you definitely got that pack. How's Keller and Beck looking? Ooh. Keller and Beck is not existent. Thank you so much for the follow there, Salasha. You've got a 7-star Kiadi Mundi. That's nice to see. So it's a team that you could consider investing after you finish with JML. But honestly, it looks like you've kind of got that raid under wraps right now, or at least enough investment for you to be getting on with, unless your guild is looking to really push for that max end box, right? So with that in mind, I'd like to see Jabba in this account, just because helping out with those mods is going to be a really, really big thing for you. Really, really big thing for you. Long-term, getting better mods over time is just massively important. This raid really highlights the importance of modding. So being able to, calibrate your mods, fine-tune them to get better speeds, better offense percentiles, whatever you happen to need, is invaluable. And Jabba is a really, really solid GL regardless. You got the pack. Good business. Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon Jinn are 2 of my 3 optional R9s. The other is Piet. Personally, I don't see the value in an R9 Piet at this point. There was a moment for mirror matches where it was incredibly valuable, but now less important, I feel. But yeah, you could obviously start thinking about pushing for profundity eventually as well, but I would honestly say get Jabba before getting profundity. Really depends on how the rest of your guild is pushing. And then, of course, the only other things are you unlocking Zepho? So do you have the likes of Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, which is not at the moment, and do you have the likes of Bo-Katan? So you do not have Bo-Katan or Jedi Knight Cal Kestis unlocked. Really about where your guild's going. Is the guild trending towards getting those bonus planets unlocked? They should be, really, because the Kyrotech income is huge. And how far are they pushing in the new raid? That should really be dictating where you go next, I think, Goliath. You got R9 Piet before the Profundity came out? Makes sense? Yeah, exactly. When before Profundity and it was just Executor mirror matches, R9 Executor was incredibly valuable. Yeah. Guild is going for bonus planets. There you go. So that should be a consideration for you. Depending on how far, what box they want to be hitting in the new raid. If they obviously are pushing for max box, you need to get about 10.4 million per player on average. That should be your focus soon, because that should be where everybody should be trying to focus as quickly as possible. After that, I would say try to get Jabba just so that you can actually start working on your mods, and then think about getting Bo-Katan Mandalore and getting Jedi Knight Cal Kestis and working on getting those stars, getting the extra Kyrotech to help feed the rest of your projects in perpetuity. You have all 7 stars for Cal. Good business. He's only a Gear 12 unlock, and he's a really good lifter for JML and the likes. So I would definitely recommend trying to get those done. It's a good progress, good path for you to take. You don't necessarily need to be focusing on getting the rest of the GLs right now. They're nice to have, obviously. They're all very, very good characters to have. And you certainly don't need to be focusing on GL Ahsoka or Baylan Skoll or any of that business just yet. That can come with time. What's going on, Alex? There's a long list to join, good sir. There is a long list to join. The linked comment in the chat will point you in the direction of a roster review form. You can fill that out to join the list there. Anything you want to ask, Goliath, before we move on? Incredible roster for under 10 million, by the way. Definitely don't look at the Gungan mods. Well, now that you bring that up, you can't have R9 Gungans and give them trash mods. All right, you got speed and potency on your Jar Jar. That's fine. 321, yeah, that's okay. It's fine. Got speed, got offense, potency, protection. Yeah, that's fine. Boss Nass. Speed and potency again. Potency, protection, speed, protection. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, this all makes sense. I don't know why you would... Yeah, this is all looking fine at the minute. Captain Tarples, offense and crit chance, that's fine. Offense, protection, offense. Yeah, again, I would probably go for crit damage up here, but overall, it's good. It's good business. And Boomer. Speed and crit chance, offense, crit damage. Yeah, like it. Some have got horrible rolls. It's okay. It's okay. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be perfect. Good business. Good business. Okay, cool. I'm going to take a quick toilet break so that I can empty the bladder and come back and we'll be doing the rest of our roster reviews. Bear with. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. There should be a mod that increases the chances of Jar Jar's insta-kill. Oh, you mean like a Datacron? I'll pass. I'll pass on that one. Okay. Let's go back and see what is the actual order of these donations. So we've managed to do Goliath. We've got Rabid, Gunter, and then we've got Stoked. Rabid is over here. Over there. So, Rabid Gunter, are you still in chat? Good sir. And we've got Mr. Saturn as well. So, it looks like it's Rabid Gunter, Stoked, and then Mr. Saturn. That's the order currently. Good night, Goliath. Thank you kindly once again, good sir. Boom, boom. Can you see the list? Yeah, you can see the list. Beep, boop, ba-doo. This is the list as it currently stands. We've had quite a few of these now have had their reviews, like this over here, and Rabid is about to. Goliath apparently put his names in twice, and we've done Joe Bates, and we've done Callum, and we've done Lone Wanderer, and we've done Andre M, not Kasabiel. And we've done Etchel. We've got Stoked and Mr. Saturn to go through as well. We're about to do Rabid, so it's Rabid, Stoked, Mr. Saturn, and then we'll be working around. All right. Boop. So, Rabid. Mr. Rabid is here. Start the clock. And let's have a look then. Just finishing farms like Empire Fleet Captains and single tunes like Ben Solo, Iden Captain Rex, etc., 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 etc. Taking a break from big farms and trying to fix the roster, thinking of Jedi Master Luke afterwards. All right, Mr. Rabid. I feel you, brother. I feel you. 7.5 of your million GPs. We've already got an executive by the looks of things, so that's kind of sweet. 5-star exec. Nothing else to back it up in the fleet, realistically speaking, for the long term. Let's see what we've got to work with. We've got 2 GLs are rocking. 2 GLs are rocking. You've got Afra. You'll have to tell me why you focused on getting Afra unlocked. It's not that she's bad or anything like that, but it's just an interesting detour. I still maintain that of all of the legendaries to unlock, Afra is probably the least important to get. And that's not to say she's bad. Not to say she's bad in the slightest. She is actually very good. But you say you focus on individual characters right now, like Captain Rex. I mean, that's part of the Leia Organa farm, and that's okay. You've just done Ben Solo, which is also good. Iden is great. Iden is great. Let's see what's your progress like on Iden. Okay, so she's gear 12 at the minute. What's the rest of your Imperial troopers looking like? Okay. So, I mean, you have some support for your Iden, but not a heck of a lot of support for your Iden is what you're going to do. She clears Jabba and Gak, to be fair. She can clear Jabba and Gak. It's not exactly a guaranteed thing. But, yeah, you're absolutely right. So does Starkiller, though. And Starkiller is a better overall investment, right? She was a passion project. Okay, no problem. Like, passion projects are absolutely fine. It will help keep you sane whilst you play this wonderful game that we all enjoy. I swear that's doubling up in noise.
Chrissy White 98 tipped £5 to the Morgan Fund.
Thank you kindly.
Form 2.
Thank you kindly. Thank you so kindly for the £5 donation. Gotta call it a night. Hey, good night, lassie. Gotta get up at 5 these days. Ooh, gross. Doesn't sound like it on stream. It sounds like it multiple rings in my ears. It could just, it might just be my headset. Who knows? Is it like me to have problems with my headsets? Okay, so yeah, Iden, I got no problem. You know, she's got the TIE Defender as a ship. Do you have the TIE Defender unlocked and everything? Yep. Try and get this TIE Defender up to 7 stars as soon as possible. I know you don't have the Scythe, but this is still a phenomenal, phenomenal ship. It does a whole boatload of damage. The more investment that you have in her, the better off that's going to be, etc., etc., yeah? I can see that you do have some Inquisitors, though. You do have some Inquisitors invested. You do have GI. Are you far away from getting Scythe? Oh, sorry, just seen it in the messages. You're about to get Scythe next Conquest. Huge. So you're going to have that Conquest. You're going to have that fleet counter available to you next Conquest. That's really, really good because that helps you take out things like Leviathan. If there's no Leviathan on the enemy team, it will pretty much take out any fleet in the game. It's really good. Really good fleet to have. In 4 days. Oh, you get improving grounds. Yeah, cool. Zatron veers for an immediate trooper team. I mean, kind of, I guess. You would probably get some work out of it. Unfortunately, troopers at the minute are not massively, massively meta. They've kind of been inched out by a lot of teams that are kind of hard countering them, and I don't like to invest in any team that's not at relics just yet, but this is still okay. Don't really have a whole lot of support for Iden outside of this, because Iden needs to have non-leaders, so you can't use Piet, and you can't use General Veers, you can't use Dark Trooper because he's a droid, so you could use Stark, you could use Range Trooper, you could use Death Trooper, you could use Storm or Snow or Shore, or Magma or Scout, but they don't really have the investment to properly work as a full team. What order should you upgrade the Inquisitors? I can't remember how far you are. Genuinely speaking, until you get Grand Inquisitor, they won't do anything. Really. They won't do anything. I would leave Second Sister to last unless you want to use a ship. Okay. So that's fine. That's fine. I can support the investment in Iden, especially seeing as though you're getting the Scythe next time round and you've already got the Grand Inquisitor unlocked at the moment. That's very good. I'm not sure why you're pushing for Captain Rex. Are you looking to go for Leia? So you've already got Captain Rex up there. Were you using him with Phoenix? Yeah, looks like you had the old Phoenix Lightspeed bundle that came out, so maybe that's why you were looking to invest in this team. Don't get me wrong, Phoenix is a decent team, but it's... I wouldn't say it's like a massive must-have team. Perfectly acceptable, and it's not a wasted investment, like I said, because you need Captain Rex at Relic 7 to eventually get Leia Organa anyway. Honestly, if I were to be brutally honest... Oh, you got Starkiller already, that's sick. I'd like to see like 1 or 2 more GLs in this roster, and potentially an extra ship as far as capitals are concerned. So either the Profundity or start and work towards the Leviathan. But I don't know where you're sitting. Where's your guild at the moment? What are the goals of your guild? Are they trying to unlock additional planets in Rise of the Empire? Are they trying to get Reaver unlocked? Are they trying to push for raid scores? Those are kind of the real important drivers for your roster at the minute. Will do, Saturn. Why leave Second Sister for last? Doesn't she boost offense? Because Second Sister doesn't really get used in any of the meta teams. You're also close to Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan Mandalore? Only need 1 star left on Keller and Beck. Paz needs 1 star. Mandalorian Beskar armor is at R5. Okay, you're close on stars, a little bit far away on gear. She usually comes around the 9th and 10th of each month. So you've got like 3 weeks before then. Probably not realistic to get all those characters up to R7 in that time. Maybe the month afterwards. You could potentially be ready for her if you did focus exclusively on it. Definitely a good character to have. Definitely a worthwhile investment and will help your guild unlock Mandalore. So there's that. She is a pilot, though. I do agree, Wolfie. I wouldn't call her an important pilot. Like, the Interceptor is actually a decent ship, but usually the main value of Interceptor is to make sure you can reinforce TIE Defender. Like, that's the real benefit. Don't get me wrong. It's good to have that investment anyway, because she does do pretty well on her own. And sometimes the Leviathan mirror matches is important in having a decent Interceptor so it can survive and actually deal some damage and help you secure that victory, right? But that's why I said you leave it to last, because you're still going to have her at Relic 5 or 7, potentially, if you're unlocking Reaver. So. But yeah, that's good business, Rabid Gunter. Good business, man. I would definitely try and unlock Bo-Katan Mandalore as a priority for you. That seems like it does make sense. I know you said you're taking a step away from the bigger farms and stuff like that and trying to shore up individual teams. That's okay if that's what you want to do. I prefer to focus on the big farms first, get them out of the way, get the biggest beneficial teams into your roster as soon as possible. That's my approach. But still, nifty business, my good sir. Sorry about that, guys. We lost the mic. We lost the mic. When you rock the mic, I rock the mic right. If you got no love in you, with your best man, it's time to move your body. If you can't get a girl, but your best friend can, it's time to move your body. I don't wanna be sleazy, baby, just tease me, got no family plans. Ooh. So Stoked is next, and then it's Mr. Saturn. Mr. Saturn did say he has to pop off for a second, so gives us time to go through Stoked first. Stoked, are you still in the chat, good sir? Good business. All right, give me 1 second. We'll get your ally code. I think this is you. I think this is you. Starboy. Is that your name inside the game? Are you Starboy? Is Stoked Starboy? All right. Reset that. Okay. So just wait for the confirmation there that that is indeed who you are. Yeah, that's it. Good business. Okay, good. Good. Starboy. All right, Starboy, what are you saying in the chat over here? You are saying you're a returning player. You're looking to fill the gaps. Starkiller, Malak, Merrin, Malak, etc. Should I chase JML or Leia or just go for Lord Vader as a passion project? General thoughts on the roster. So before we dig into the roster and what I would recommend would be the ideal path for you to go down, I want you to consider how your current sentiment is about the game. If you are feeling burned out and you don't like things and you're not enjoying it, then push for Lord Vader as your passion project. That's the benefit of a passion project, is it's rewarding to the player, right? Instead of farming what you feel like you have to farm, you can farm the things that you want to farm. And Lord Vader is a great GL. He is a great GL. He does kind of need Maul to properly work, and he does get beat by a lot of things, but he's still worthwhile and definitely valuable in everybody's account. Also lets you get the Bad Batch, for the most part, sorted, which feeds into a better negotiator fleet with the Marauder, right? So, if you're feeling particularly burned out and you don't particularly like the way the game's feeling right now, push for Lord Vader. He's a really big, long grind. The most expensive, really, in terms of relic levels and stuff like that. So keep that in mind before you push down that road. All right. So 5.7 mil. 5.7 mil. Looks like we're rocking Slacker and Rey. Rey is still working on her ultimate and missing a couple of those lovely, lovely relic levels. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I like to see down here that you do already have Zori at relic 2 with an additional Omicron on there. That really does give you an extra team when it comes to stuff like GAC. The Zori Finn team is still fantastic, even though it's lost that resistance chron now. When is Duel of the Fates? 24th. 24th, in 8 days' time, Dank. So yeah, good business all around. Let's check out your ships real quick. So we don't have anything in the vein of a legendary capital ship. Obviously, Chimera is a legendary capital ship, but not the really ones that we're talking about. I'm talking about your Executors, your Profundities, your Leviathans. I know you said you took a break and you're only at 5.7 mil, so I'm not necessarily saying you should have them, but it's something to consider instead of pushing straight for another GL. You've already got 2 GLs. Do you necessarily need to be pushing for a 3rd GL before you get something like Executor or Leviathan? Would be the real question you should be asking yourself. Personally, I would probably look to get something like Executor to give yourself that fleet oomph that you're probably missing at the minute. Help you climb higher in Fleet Arena, maybe help you actually start earning some crystal rewards. Really depends on how competitive your Fleet Arena shard is. Hey, what's going on, Rayo? How you doing today, buddy? So I can see a couple of things down here like Jedi Knight Revan at gear 12. You've got some interesting stuff like Captain Rex has had that investment over here. You've got Darth Treyer up there. Darth Treyer with the Omni is still really, really solid. It looks like you've already started pushing towards that exec with the Bosk at R5 and Boba Fett, unless this has come from one of the Lightspeed bundles. Shard is full of levies, so climbing is hard. Yeah, is it? Is it Leviathans all the way throughout the top 20? Executor can work, but it's really sketch. Welcome back, Saturn. Your roster review is after this one, good sir. Okay, so we got the Geos. Probably had the Geo pack, I assume. TLS. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about these farms just now. I would focus on trying to get that core of your roster up and built. So definitely start pushing for the Executor. Personally, I think Executor into C is a good route for you. Top 35-ish, yes, it's lab, but I'm working on the TIE Bomber. Okay. Lebs. Lebs? Sorry, I'm not... Oh, Lightspeed Bundle. I was like, Lebs, that's an acronym I'm not familiar with. So yeah, you got a couple of the Lightspeed bundles, that sort of thing. Working on the TIE Bomber, absolutely fantastic, great ship. 100%. I definitely recommend trying to push towards that Executor. So keep working towards that. Yes, you can start pushing towards JML and things like that, but I would really try and get that legendary fleet out of the way as soon as possible. Is there a reason that you're pushing for JML in particular instead of going for Jabba? Because they're about the same sort of investment, level overall. And Jabba offers, I feel, just a little bit more to most people's roster, just in terms of usability. You get that Smuggler's Run 2, you get really good use out of him in Rote. He's an auto team there in Rote. Now, I can't imagine you probably do a heck of a lot in the new raid, but realistically, that's entirely up to you. If you were looking to push down that route, then sure, your farms into Lord Vader or into C are going to help you score at least something in that raid. You know, you'll get that 3-man team of Sidious, Newt, and more. It is indeed, Saturn. It is incredibly valuable for modding, and everybody needs to be concerned about modding on one way or another. Modding is always relevant. You struggle in Conquest, most of the JML recs help there. Yep, JML is incredibly valuable for Conquest. Probably the most valuable GL in terms of Conquest that you can get is JML, because not only does he have a lot of characters that help boost up people's performance in Conquest, he is also able to call in all light side allies. So if there are a bunch of, get 35 kills with this particular character, he's able to facilitate that very, very well. So yeah, he is incredibly valuable. You are absolutely right. He'll definitely help in Conquest. And Conquest is a game mode that's very important to excel at as well. I do put out quite a few videos on Conquest and how to get stuff done. So, Antonio, you'll have to follow through the link that's pinned in chat if you want to have a roster review, good sir. Should you focus on Conquest or GAC? That's entirely up to you, Stoked. It's entirely up to you, because you can focus on GAC. If you focus on GAC, you have to focus on that top end of your roster. So we're talking about GLs and capital ships and stuff like that, realistically speaking, to get the most out of it. It does reward you with crystals and that sort of thing. It's a pretty decent way to reward yourself, but it's not the most effective way. Conquest gives you access to Conquest characters, obviously. Better performance there is still very, very good and very, very valuable. Usually there's a little bit of a bleed over and crossover of both. Now, how much you value each of those game modes really depends on what you enjoy doing and how you want to progress. GAC is definitely better for crystals, 100%. It just straight up is. Like, you don't actually get any crystals from Conquest. You do get a small amount of gear and stuff like that and access to newer characters, but if you don't have crystals, usually you're going to struggle to try and get that improvement. Now, there will be a bleed over, of course, because teams that do well in GAC will do well in Conquest. Teams that do well in Conquest will often do well in GAC. So there's a little bit of a crossover. It's just maybe with Conquest you might be focusing more on the brand new teams, because each subsequent Conquest usually has feats involved with the latest team in the game. Now, they are oftentimes circumventable, so you don't need to have a Relic 7 brand new faction. You can often have stuff like JML, for example, to try and get kills with the new characters, or to get wins, and to manipulate your data disks in such a way that you can actually still get that value within Conquest. Do I think you should go for low-hanging fruits or chase a GL? Or like I said, Executor. I personally think that low-hanging fruit is a trap. When you're in this formative stage of building your roster, it can be tempting to be like, oh, I could just, get these Gear 12 Plus pieces and take Revan to Relic 5, and then I'll have a Relic 5 Revan. It's like, yeah, you could absolutely do that. But every single piece of gear and every single bit of signal data and every bit of signal material is something that could have helped you get something else unlocked quicker. Getting your Jabba unlocked quicker, getting your Executor unlocked quicker, getting all of this stuff. Every single time you see one thing, you have to think of that as, oh, I've just delayed myself by 1 week, by 2 weeks. Because that's the realistic impact of just doing 1 or 2 characters. Now, it really depends on how low the fruit is, but generally speaking, I definitely advocate for being laser focused in your farming when you're in this stage. It matters so much more when your roster is smaller to be incredibly precise in where you invest. So personally, I would stay away from low-hanging fruit. You can circle back and get them later. Get your rewards in first from the big teams. Perform better in GAC. Get things like Smuggler's Run 2 done. Get a new ship that lets you climb up into a place where you're going to start earning crystal rewards. Exactly. Opportunity cost is exactly right, Leandro. All right. Cool. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Stoked. That was very informative. I believe we've got Mr. Saturn next. Mr. Saturn, you did say you were back. Sound off in chat if you're still around. No problem, Stoked. Thank you. Still here. Good business. Are you Marka Ragnoth? Marka Ragnoth? Praxium of Odan. It's like Praxium of Odan. Gross. Okay, this is you. Good business. Good business. So let's restart the clock. We'll kick you off. And we'll just have the quickest of reads about what you've said within the roster review form. Give me tips on who to prioritize for Ommis, Zetas, and what squad to focus on next. Okay, Ommis, Zetas, and what to focus on next. Absolutely fine. 11.2 mil, so you're pretty much hitting that late game, end game position right now. 11.2 mil. You're going to have most things done, I would hope. All of the GLs done. Fabulous. Even R9 on Lord Vader. Get you, good boy. But no R9 on JML. Come on now, Mr. Saturn. Why is this guy R9 and this guy isn't? For shame. For shame. Forgive. All right. At least you've got all of the GLs. All of them at minimum relicate. Ahsoka Tano Snips is taking your next Relic 9, so you're trying to jump on the next GL first thing first. That kind of makes sense for someone at 11.2 mil. Kind of makes sense that you're trying to get the last GL or the newest GL straight away. I'm with you on that. I can understand that. You've already got all your Leviathan fleets. You've got your fleet game. Fleet game is literally hashtag completed it, mate. So I don't blame you. New stuff comes out. You've already got Bo-Katan Mandalore. I'm going to assume that you've got some investment over here. Ooh, no investment in Gungans just yet. How about Queenie? Queen Amidala's at Relic 6. Master Qui-Gon. Waiting for him to go farmable. Padawobi-Wan. Just about finishing up. Okay, good. So you've got most things. You've got most things done. Jumping on this latest Ahsoka Tano GL is probably still a sensible enough thing for you to do. I don't know how well you perform within raids and stuff like that. Ommi, should I finish Bo or focus on Queen Amidala? Don't bother finishing off Bo. Bear with me 1 second. Let me just go ahead and find my own Bo-Katan. Just making sure that I'm understanding this correctly right about now. Yeah. Unfortunately for me, this reinforcement has arrived is not really the Ommi that I would have gone for. I would have preferred to have the full Mandalore one done here instead. That's just me. Full Mandalore, in my opinion, is a much more valuable one. That makes her the immune to daze, you know? So facing off against Lord Vader and you never get dazed. It also lets you ignore taunt effects, which is incredibly valuable. It's not wrong. Not like... I would say don't finish off Bo-Katan if you had this one and didn't have reinforcements have arrived. Because reinforcements have arrived is okay. You're gaining extra stacks of Ancestral Resolve, which makes you more survivable. And you can get a bonus turn if light side allies weren't able to resist. But, I mean, this is kind of niche, this second part. It's okay. It's not like it's bad. But, honestly, you've got most of the power out of Bo-Katan. If you're looking to try and get some additional Ommis done and you have nothing on Queen Amidala, it's not a bad investment. Now, I wouldn't do the leadership. Loyal Bodyguard, I would definitely consider doing. And the I Am Queen Amidala one, I would definitely consider doing that one if you really want to invest. Up to you if you want to finish both, though. That Taunt Ignore one and the Immunity to Daze is really, really nice to have, though. Hey, Sexy Rexy coming in with the 17 months, baby. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. So yeah, it's not a bad investment. The Queen Amidala Omicron over there. Or two of them. Again, I wouldn't really do the leadership. It doesn't feel that valuable. let's have a look what else you've got. I mean, you're missing one on Bane, but you don't need all three on Bane, truth be told. I'm assuming the Inquisitor one is his unique. You got the Patience one? No. Over here, Ready to Die. That's the one, yeah, sorry. Yeah, that's the one that you actually want to have on him. So you can pair him with Reaver. You can get an insta-kill on the Jedi. And you've got 2 on Third Sister. So Reaver has got her leadership, which is great. And she's got... Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, you've got the right ones on Reaver. So that's tickety-boo. Looking good. Ben Solo is decent enough, but again, you don't necessarily need to be investing additional Omicrons in this guy. It's worthwhile having, but it's not necessary at all. Keller and Beck, if you like TW, his Omicron is actually incredibly good. Loving the R7 Wampa here with the Kron. Santi-Kron, Commander Ahsoka Tano doesn't have one. Afra, you've got 2. Taron Malicos, you've got 3. Okay. We're looking pretty sweet here. Seer, you've got... What about the rest? You've got Seer. Okay, so you don't have the Cal and the Fulcrum one. Again, these are TW Ommies. They're very, very good. Yeah, Keller and Beck is a really solid TW Ommy. It just depends whether that is a game mode that you engage in and enjoy. If it is, I'd recommend it because it is really a lot of fun. Let's just see if I can spot anything else that's jumping out to me over here. As far as Ommies are concerned, you got Hondos. Hondos is nice. Zams is a little bit dated now, but it's still good. Dashes is good if you've got Vandor Chewie. Oh, you've got Sidious's Ommy. Were you having fun with that one in his Datacron days? Your heart's in GAC over TW? I don't blame you, buddy. Me too. Me too. And you've got Embo's one, so you've got a couple of TW ones. That's good. Captain Rex, that's one you could consider. You know? It was amazing, now it's an F. Yeah, that's why I didn't apply it myself. I didn't apply it myself because I knew it was temporary power. I was just like, I'm not entirely sold. I would say your most important priority right now is Queen Amidala. Most important is Queen Amidala. Get her sorted. Maybe consider the likes of Captain Rex. His GAC Ommy is actually really nice. And now that Datacrons have disappeared, they can actually start doing stuff again. Particularly Sabine's Datacron right now. You can do some really good stuff with Phoenix at the minute. Yeah. Queen Amidala, Captain Rex are your best GAC crons. Looking at Keller and Beck for TW most likely. Jolie looks so different now, dude. Jolie looks so different. It's crazy. And Juhani for TW if you want. But yeah, those are the ones that jump out at me first and foremost. Look at you with the Chief Chirpers Omicron. Hera's is decent for TW as well. If you've already got Captain Rex, so there's that. Realise we're out of time here. I just want to double check if you actually said anything else over here, Mr. Saturn. Ommies, Zetas, what squad to focus on next? So squads to focus on next really comes down to, are you trying to focus on getting raid scores done? Because if you are, you should really be focusing on those Gungans. Get those Gungans done. If not, get that master, get the Padawan Obi-Wan and Queen Amidala team all sorted out. You know, you've got basically about 5 months until new Ahsoka comes out. So you want to try and get those Gungan teams, your raid teams done before that time comes. Right? Cool. Amazing. Good business. Thank you, Saturn. Good sir. Appreciate you. Thank you. Righty ho ho. I believe, let me just double check that over here. Stoked and Saturn we have done, so let me double check stream elements. Just need to refresh that. Get those notifications going. It looks like Chrissy White 98 to the Morgan Fund filled out the form too. So Chrissy White, are you in the chat? Good sir. I'm probably going to have to turn off the roster reviews at this point because we are starting to get a little bit late. Yes, I am here, boyo. What was your name within the chat, within the form, Chrissy? Is it Chris? Does your roster account number end in 251? Hey, Alicia, how you doing? That's you? Okay, sweet. Sweet. Shomai, boyo. 501st Unleashed. All right, good business. Good business. This is Chrissy right now. Chrissy is saying, what should I focus on next? Carry on with raid farming or start prepping for Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano. My guild are going to be pushing for 9 million per person within the next 3 months. Okay, so I guess first, as soon as I've got you in chat, Chrissy, how much are you currently scoring in the raid? What's your current score? What are my thoughts on the Acolyte series? Yeah, we've had a lot of conversation about this actually, Alex. Overall, I'd call it about a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 is my current rating for it. I believe we've got another episode launching probably in a couple of hours, is it? Or soon, anyway. I think it's the last episode. Maybe another episode? I can't remember. One more episode. So 12 million GP. So you are big boy end game. You're basically where I am in the game right now. 12 million. You got your R9s all on your GLs. Well, not all, but the first 3 here are all R9s. I'm jealous of your R9 Ray. Like to see it. GLs are done. R9 Third Sister as well. Get you, Mr. Big Boy. I'm assuming all of the ships. Perfect. So you are in that wonderful position where you can do whatever you want. That's great. I love it, Chrissy. Last raid was 4.5 mil, but that was only with Maul lead and a poor attempt of Queen Amidala. Also, did Gungans got 1.2 mil, but R7'd them. You've R7'd them since, so they should technically be able to get 1.8 mil now. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at your Gungans. Because I feel like this is your opportunity right now. Okay, so no Jar Jar, but you got the army. These can totally get that 1.8 mil. If you took them to R8, they could get that 2.7 mil. No problems there. So it should be 1.8 mil. Okay, cool. So you should be gaining like an extra 600. So that would put you at 6.1, but your guild wants you to be at 9 point something, I want to say. 9 million per person. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you say you used Maul. You've got Gungans. They're going to get you 1.8. Maybe you could push that a little bit further. How's your Queen Amidala? Queen Amidala is Relic 8. Master Q, Relic 8. Nice. Padawan Obi-Wan, Relic 8. Okay, good. So I'm assuming you weren't able to score particularly high with the Queen Amidala team. You said a poor attempt, but how are we looking? What constitutes poor? Because ultimately, if you look at 9 million across 5 teams, you're looking at 1.8 million per team, right? 1.8 million per team is how that disseminates. So you need to be max scoring with every team at Relic 7 at a minimum if you're not looking to push to Relic 8 on something. You got 1.4 mil out of the 1.8. Okay, so you're only a little bit behind there. We'll chuck R2 for the extra damage, probably. Yeah, so your R2 is already at Relic 8. As long as you're remodding, you should be able to hit that 1.8. The only issue with that is if your guild is asking for R8, for 9 million across the board, you need to max score with every team minimum at Relic 7. So I'm going to assume your Lumi team is not Relic 7. Relic 5. Yeah, and honestly, I would rather you take your Maul team to Relic 8 than Relic 7 your Lumi team. Honestly. Like, you could go Darth Maul, Sidious, who's Relic 7, and then you could either do Stap to Relic 8, or you could do Newt Gunray. But again, they're not ideal choices, obviously. If you're not looking to push your Queen Amidala team to Relic 9 or your Gungans to Relic 8, both of them are a better investment overall. You can do that Maul trio and get a 3-man team to get yourself an extra 900,000 points, essentially, which will be that difference. It will make it that little bit easier for you to hit that 9 million. I do think it's valuable for you. You will get that extra personal raid reward box, and realistically speaking, the whole guild needs to be scoring that in order for you to get the extra guild box as well. QA is going R9 eventually. That makes things a lot easier, but you do obviously need to do Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon Jinn as well. That is good in itself, simply because of the Assault Battle. The rewards from the Assault Battle will eventually, over about a year and a half, pay off your investment, at least in the Girder keypads and the Droid Brains. Droid Brains? Girder keypads, Droid Brains? I believe so. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, Chrissy, but look at it this way. Look at it this way, Chrissy. Commander Ahsoka Tano. Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano is coming out in December. That's 5 months away. 5 months. I know we might get more Relic 9s, and we might get more investment in Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano. However, that's 5 months worth of time, or however long it takes you to Relic 9, Padawan Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon Jinn, that you could be using in that Assault Battle to start recouping that investment immediately, you know? Is your roster actually going to benefit from having Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano close to when she releases, or is it going to be better for your roster to have an extra 3 months of scoring much better in the raid and for you to start earning back rewards from this new Assault Battle at the Relic 9 tier? In my mind, Ahsoka Tano is not going to do anything material to your roster outside of keep you relevant at the top end, which is still good. Don't get me wrong, still very good. But she's not going to come with a new Assault Battle that gives you extra rewards. She's not going to help you in the new raid to get extra rewards. She's just going to be there and be a fun character to use. That's all she's going to bring, right? And there's a little bit of a crossover period where you are not going to be earning anything, right? So that would be my preference, is R9 Queen Amidala with Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan first. It's unlikely that you'll do that in the next 8 days and benefit from the next Duel of the Fates Assault Battle. But the quicker you get it done, the quicker you start earning more rewards in the raid, the quicker you start recouping that investment. 18 months, a year and a half is what it'll take to get back that investment. And I know that's a long time. But after that 18-month period, that's just pure profit. You know? Queen Amidala is the quick win, and it will get you from 2.7 to 3.6 million. You know? So that's a big jump in your step up. So you will fulfill everything that you need to for your guild. You know, your Gungans should be hitting that 1.8. Queen Amidala hit 3.6. Even just those two together, you're already over, 6 mil? Can I math right now? 3.6 plus 1.8? 5.4 mil. 5.4 mil from 2 teams alone, which means you need to get 3.6 mil from 3 teams, which is 1.2 mil per team, which is Relic 5 maximum scoring. And that's all you need to do. So you'd be there with that one investment. 3 characters, and you're going to be knocking out multiple birds with one stone. That's where I would go. Do you really need R9 Queen Amidala, though? Only for the raid. Only for the raid. She's still good at R9, because her stats are going to transfer over to the tank that she summons. That's very valuable. Makes that team better. You'll be able to use her in Rise of the Empire as well. And you're absolutely right, Ruler 2. The Assault Battle is the most important part out of that. But what's one extra Relic 9 when you're doing 2 just to get yourself an extra 900k? Do you know what I mean? I realise we're out of time. But that is how I would do it personally. That means you just need to get 3 characters, basically 1 relic level up. I think it's 1 relic level up that you needed to do. And you'll fulfill all your guild requirements. You'll start earning good rewards from those assault battles. You're still earning good rewards now, but you'd earn even better rewards, you know, because you get that top end, you'll get the Girder keypads, you'll get the droid brains and what have you. And then immediately after doing that, you can think, okay, screw everything else off. I'm just going to focus on getting all of the Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano stuff. That's how I would do it, buddy. No worries, Chrissy. No worries. Solid roster, dude. I'm catching up to you. I'm like 100k away from you. Right on your tail, brother. Good business, man. Good business. I also need to invest in Kira. The signal data is killer, Chrissy. Absolute killer. I know the feeling well. I just R7'd my Night Trooper, and I've got Snips and Grand Admiral Thrawn here sitting. I'm like, I still don't have this, and we've got Morgan Elsbeth coming in 2 days' time. Big Sag, big Sag. All right, cool. I don't think we've got any more priority roster reviews to go through. I don't think we have. I think we've gone through all of them. So, essentially, I kind of want to finish soon, but I think I should be able to get 2 or 3 more roster reviews off. So I'm going to go through right at the top of the non-premium roster reviews. So, Jasiba, are you in chat right now? Jasiba, you are here. Good. You are next. You are next. Good, Jasiba. Good, Jasiba. You've got... hang on. One second. Let me get you up on the screen first. Just make sure that I've got the right person. Refresh. And start. Jasiba. Okay, so Jasiba, you've got Executor last month. Good business. I can see it's at 6 stars already. Well done. I'm not sure if he's worth it. He is. What do you think? What do you think? Which teams or farms are next? What are some Zeta priorities? Okay, good business. Die Legendary. So we're just under 5 million. 4.5 mil is where you're at. Rocking a gas team in Arena, and you've got Executor. You've got Slacker done as well. Good. So you've got 1 GL, 1 capital ship. I love this approach, Jasiba. This is really, really solid. Let's just quickly go back and check. Are you at the top of your fleet Arena shard? What's currently stopping you from climbing higher in fleet? Is it that the rest of your fleet shard is rocking like Leviathans and Profundities? Is it just hard for you to climb? Because I would hope that it would have been easier for you to climb, truth be told. All right, okay. So you're missing a Zeta on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I'm assuming it's not on the basic, okay. Press the advantage. I find this one to be useful. I think that one prevents the revives. Just better executors. Okay, yeah, I mean, executor mirrors, if they are 7 stars and you're not, that is going to be a bit of a problem. It's a little bit of an annoyance. Those mirror matches are just horrendous, truth be told. So I get you. I get you. Okay. So you were asking for Zeta recommendations. That can be a little bit tricky. I'm assuming this is on the leadership over here. It is indeed on the leadership. That's great. Crew can be useful, but not that important. Darth Vader has got some really good legendaries. You've got the Merciless Massacre one, which is probably the most important one. No Escape is also pretty good. Let's have a look. GBA is up there. Piet. Does Piet have another Zeta? He does. Suborbital Strikes. That's the one that puts the fear out. You don't necessarily need that. It's nice to have, but not mandatory. Just having a look here. Grievous has got his. Hey, what's going on, Bald Man? How you doing, buddy? OG Kylo Ren, not again a priority in my opinion. It's a little bit off the meta path at the minute. B2, I mean, you're looking okay, truth be told. First Order Stormtrooper does have a Zeta, I believe, but again, I don't think it's that valuable. Chopper has no Zeta. Big sad. You could go for some of the Phoenix team, but they're not massively clutch right now. And then you've got all your CLS stuff. Okay. You've got all your CLS stuff, but CLS is just a massive investment. They need Zetas upon Zetas upon Zetas. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend start pushing into that CLS team. As great of a team as it is, and it's one of my favorite teams in the game, at this point in your roster, you should be focusing a little bit more on the top-end power than something like CLS. What teams and farms to go for next is really up to where you are at the minute. So because you've got gas and stuff like that, which is great and everything, it can help you start pushing for things like Jedi Master Luke, or even going in towards things such as Jabba the Hutt, because you're going to have C-3PO over here, C-3PO being one of the big requirements. That gives you a better return on investment, essentially, than going after something like Rey or something like C early on. You've already got your Executor, though, so you are probably close to a Sith Eternal Emperor unlock. Maybe have a consideration around pushing for him first, before trying to double back and get something like JML or Jabba My personal preference is to go for Jabba the Hutt first, because you'll be able to start earning those additional mod scores from mod slicing materials mod scores from Smuggler's Run 2, right? Just checking out the chat real quick. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah. Boom. So we did see the Executor at 6 stars. That's nearly at 7 stars. I like to see that you've got good, solid investment in your Negotiator. I don't know, did you get the Lightspeed bundle for this? Because that's such good value for people that didn't have all that stuff already farmed out. It's such huge value. And then your Malevolence is at 5 stars. Now, the Malevolence works really well at 5 stars, truth be told. So you can still get some really good... Is it you soon? I don't know yet, Zion. No, it's not you soon. There's quite a lot of people in front of you at the moment, good sir. But we're probably only going to do maybe 1 or 2 more. It's getting late for me now, I'm afraid. I don't think you should be pushing for the likes of Leviathan after this. I think you should probably get JML and Jabba. Probably focus a little bit more towards getting Jabba unlocked first, then pushing into JML, and then thinking about either going for Profundity or potentially pushing down the line and going for Leviathan. That's a little bit tenuous right now because we are getting new capital ship most likely relatively soon. You wanted to go for JML or Leia, but JKL is a few months away. That's fine. That's fine. You can still push for JKL. Are you going to get a roster review today? I eat sand. And the next one is Clone Burrito, who would be the free roster review. So it'd be Clone Burrito next. So what in the meantime? If you're looking for low-hanging fruit, I would say get C unlocked, because C would be a quicker character for you to unlock. You've already started working on some of your Imperial Troopers, for example. It just needs Veers and Stark up to Relic 3. Then you'll have to do some of the low-hanging fruit on Sith. You know, the easier Sith to start gearing up. You've already got Darth Maul a little bit invested in. Marauder's already had a bit of investment. You'd need stuff like Sidious and Count Dooku. But they are older characters, so their gearing is a lot easier. You could build that up, get C unlocked relatively easily, and then start pushing in for either JML or Jabba. It is Tuesday, Burrito. How you doing? Hey, Desi! Just want to say that your best and happiest Mondays to you. Aw, thank you, Desi. I hope you had a great Monday, and Tuesday, and days of the week. What do I think about Starkiller after C, or rather JML? Starkiller is a really good character. And I don't ever want to make it sound like Starkiller is not a good investment. He is a good investment. My only concern with Starkiller is a lot of the benefits that you get from Starkiller. You get stuff like Darth Talon. You get stuff like Dash Rendar. You know, you get Mara Jade. These are all really good lifter characters for a lot of your teams and stuff like that. But Starkiller also needs to have a good investment in an unaligned light side force user, right? In order to fulfill the requirements of his kit. And you don't have any. So it's not just Starkiller. It would be, you know, get your Mara Jade up and running, which she's kind of there. Then you would have to get your Darth Talon up and running. I don't know if that's got any investment. Darth Talon, no investment there. Dash Rendar, no Dash Rendar at all. And then Dash Rendar in the rest of your squad. Do you have good scoundrels that can even work with Dash Rendar? So do you have things like BAM? There's no BAM. There's no Vandor. There's no Queel. There's no IG-11. You know what I mean? It's like they bring really good stuff, but when you start looking at it at a surface level, it looks good, right? But then when you start thinking about all the extra stuff that you have to do to truly make the best out of that team and all of the additional side farms, it's just more teams and more characters, more teams and more characters. And by the end of it, you're like, yeah, I've got Starkiller and these other teams, but I could have had Jabba by now, or I could have had JML by now, or I could have had something else by now. He's great. He is really great, and it will always be worthwhile to farm. But I think as far as priorities are concerned, I'd probably push him out a little bit further. Monday, Tuesday, whatever. It's one of the early days of the week, the ones that we don't like, Desi. Hey, Zork. I don't understand how weekdays work. Case of the Mondays, and it's Wednesday here. I like it, Captain Amazing. How you doing, brother? So yeah, if you want to get Starkiller is a completely different issue, right? It's a completely separate thing if you just want Starkiller, because he is phenomenal, and he's a fan favorite, and he's one of my favorite characters to reuse in this game. Him alongside the likes of Taron Malicos and stuff like that. Absolutely love those characters. Really, really phenomenal characters. Should you relic Bam before C, or wait because he needs Kairos? I don't think there's any urge for you to relic Bam. I mean, it's nice, obviously, for your executor fleet. It will probably help. How... What? Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. This is probably why you're having a bit of struggles with your executor fleet. If your BAM doesn't have relic levels, doesn't have any sort of real gear investment, and then doesn't have the 16 mods to help his fleet as well, you're going to be struggling at every... Yes. Yeah, I would probably say relic your Beskar armor Mando. Burrito, that would be Visas Mar. Zork, Stap can absolutely replace Newt as a third. So yeah, I'd relic your BAM, push for C, get C unlocked, and then look at what GLs you want to push into next. That would be my recommendation, Jasiba. It's cool though. I like looking at these lower end GP requirements. Okay, so Clone Burrito. Is that going to be you, Burrito? This will be the last roster review of the evening, because your boy Scribble is tired now. Tired now am I. We raised some good money today towards Morgan Elsbeth, so thank you all very kindly for your support of the tribe and helping us whale away. So make sure you do join us on Thursday for our whale or fail. Hopefully we fail a little bit less than what we whale. This is you, Burrito. Okay, cool. Alrighty, Clone Burrito. I'm assuming this is your alt then, Burrito. So, Clone Burrito, Leviathan, where it shouldn't be. Hang on, have you got Leviathan unlocked on a 3 mil account? No, you don't. Are you working towards Leviathan? Yes, you are certifiably crazy. Burrito, you're not well, mate. In the face and in the head and in the brain. Why are you pushing for Leviathan at 3 mil? Almost, and it's my main. It's your main account. And at 3 million GP, you're like, I'ma get me some Leviathan action. You are crazy, dude. You are crazy. That's such a big farm to be taking on this early. Wow, you like it. Your whole roster is the Leviathan farm. Your whole roster is the Leviathan farm, dude. How are you going to get that Fury class interceptor? You're not able to hit proving grounds, right? Is it crystal purchases? The thing is you need to take that Leviathan to 7 stars as well as soon as possible. Oh, you've already got the Fury class. Oh my god. So yeah, you did 600 crystals for 5 shards. 330 divided by 5 times 600. 40,000 crystals. Wow. 330 divided by 5. That's 66 purchases of 600 crystals. Which is 39,600 crystals. That is crazy talk, dude.
Zork tipped £10, Ty for being awesome. No roster review for me. One of these times.
Zork, I will get you next time, dude. Come on my stream tomorrow. Come on the stream tomorrow. I'll get you a roster review then. Thank you kindly for that $10, mate. Or £10, apologies. You are a mad lad, mate. You are a mad lad. So what are you missing here? What are you missing here? Like, I love an account that does this because it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like, your entire roster is more or less the Leviathan farm. More than HK is left. Thank you, Zork. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you, buddy. I really do appreciate you, good sir. And that goes towards our Morgan Elsbeth farm tomorrow, Thursday. Wednesday. What we have Wednesday? Oh, it'll be Gak, won't it? It'll be our first round of 3v3. Big Sag, dude. Big Sag. This is mental, mate. I don't even know what I could tell you to do from here. Where do you go from here? You can have some fun. You might push towards C because, you know, you got stuff like Darth Maul. You could push and get Executor if you wanted to, but you wouldn't need it. Are you going to be saving your crystals and blowing that load on Leviathan to refresh the event to get it to 7 stars as well? Let me know, dude, because this is crazy. You spent around 27k crystals to get the remaining shards for Bane. Expensive, but worth it. This is really cool, by the way. I mean, yeah, you'll be absolutely set for Fleet Arena for a long ass time, because I bet nobody else in your fleet shard is mad enough to do this early. How far up in fleet do you currently sit? So you're 40th at the moment because you don't have like a viable fleet to compete. But as soon as you get that Leviathan ship, you'll be able to just you'll fall at sort of relic 4 at 4 or 5 stars. You'll still get dropped. At 7 stars, it's going to be a lot harder for people to kick you. It was just an accident that I accepted. Hey, dude, I love it. It's a lot of fun. Definitely. I would say once you finish that, you should probably push towards C. Get C unlocked just as a quick and easy GL to unlock, and then start thinking. You could probably push out the rest of the fleet farms until after you've farmed out a bunch of the top end GL teams. Man, it's just such a weird roster, dude. I'm looking at it, it's like, you know, Relic 5 Jedi Knight Revan, and you've got Relic 5 Sortie and R7 Basti. I know Basti's a requirement and stuff like that, but... And then you've got, like, the Bosk and the CLS and the BB-8. What's BB-8 doing there? I mean, I know he's an easy unlock, but... You're thinking about relicking the teams you already have? You certainly can. You certainly can. It's just, this is a lot of teams to relic. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you to look at Bounty Hunters, for example, that will be 5 characters to relic. I know they only need the finisher pieces and the Gear 12 Plus pieces, but that's a lot of Gear 12 Plus, a lot of Kyrotech, if you're looking to get all these to relic levels, instead of starting investing in, a Galactic Legend. There's no Galactic Legend in your roster at the moment. And I feel like you need one at least. Something to consider. Yeah, Antonio, I know, right? I mean, there's nothing wrong with you just, having fun with it and just relicking teams that you want. Nothing wrong with that at all. I'm genuine. I'm not even sure where I would go from here. It's going to be great once you get that Leviathan at 7 stars, because you will basically be sat at the top of Fleet Arena for ages, which will be great fun. It'll basically secure you income until the next big bad fleet comes around, and then it'll be a case of, can you invest in that and get that? But you'll need to catch up on the squad arena side of things, right? Not necessarily full squad arena, but for GAC and stuff like that, and Territory Wars, and even Rise of the Empire TB, if you're running that, you'll need to start throwing stuff at that. If you were to do a team, I would maybe consider just doing Treya. Get Treya, Savage, Nihilus done. And then you've got a 3-man team, 2.5-man team, 2-man, 1-woman team. That'll be able to do some pretty good stuff in GAC, with relic levels. Like. The droids and Sith work on defense. Nice. Nice. All I'll say, dude, is that I've never seen a guy rush for Leviathan. And it's pucker. Like, you brightened up the stream. You really did, buddy. Alright. I think we're out of time, guys, and I really do need to hit the hay. I'm exhausted after a really long day. But I want to thank you all for your support today. We raised a good amount of money. I know this is only showing 35 over here, but I believe we also had quite a few that came through as super chats on YouTube as well. So Goliath, Rabid, Stoked, Echill, Callum, Lone Wanderer, you guys have all contributed as well, and I really do very much appreciate you. So thank you all so much for that. Join us tomorrow. 3v3 GAC is going to be live. We're going to kick that off. And it's going to be a real good time. I hope, anyway. And, of course, Thursday, we're going to be wailing out, we're trying to get to that 6-star point with Morgan Elsbeth. Let's see if anybody's live at the moment, and I'll send you guys on over. Who is open right now? Anybody at all in Swugger? Looks like Bones is live. I'll send you over to Bones on Twitch and on YouTube. Anybody live on the old YouTube right about now? Redirect you over to a Swugger channel if there's somebody live. I don't see anybody. So I'm just going to queue one up. Guys, it's been fantastic chatting with you all tonight. Peace out. Be good to each other. Phone your mom. Tell her you love her, if you do actually love her. And I'll see you all tomorrow evening for a little bit of that wonderful, wonderful GAC action, baby. Good night, tribe. Love y'all.